WeView Sports, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida, presents Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Tonight, the Oklahoma Storm take on your Florida Sea Dragons. And now, to call all the action, here are Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler. Tonight's United States Basketball League game between the Florida Sea Dragons and the Oklahoma Storm. And Terry, the first question I guess we have to ask is, what do the Sea Dragons do after that whooping they got last night?
Hope they leave it behind them. You know, those things you just have to leave behind. It's tough to do. Come back and try to put it together tonight. That's what you have to do.
Cephas Bunton out for the season, a torn ACL.
Player who was in here in camp earlier in the year, and some of the things that we liked with Wayne and the coaching staff liked, and he had to go back and finish up school, so he's back. He plays the point guard position. We're a little lacking in depth at that position right now with Blackwell out, and the big guy comes in and he brings a presence to the game. He shoots the ball well, but again, he's a rookie, and it's pretty tough to be a rookie in professional basketball.
Then you look at Oklahoma and you look at Willie Burton.
Fine player, you know, can put points up on the board, can really light it up. He's got the experience of the NBA behind him. If he gets going, he's a pretty tough player to stop.
Should be a good one tonight as the Florida Sea Dragons look to get back on the winning track. We'll come back with the opening tip-off here from the Tico Arena right after this.
The thing about hot weather is humidity. You're so sticky. You stick to yourself. At Amana, they got it down cold with their air conditioners. They can pull gallons more water out of the air than older ACs. Amana builds them better than they have to. The Quencher, they're cost-efficient money savers. Big time. You can stay cool, dry, and save money. Call them. We're the cool guys. Air conditioning by WeGold.
Out here, every other truck is second best. My Toyota Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year. My Toyota Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150, and now Tundras are priced to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck. My Toyota.
It all. Just rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices. If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shellcat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursion, 642-6400.
Welcome back to the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler here as we get ready for the opening tip-off between the Oklahoma Storm and the Oklahoma Storm tonight, resplendent in their red road uniforms, and of course in the white at home, the Florida Sea Dragons. And once again, Terry, the Florida Sea Dragons have really got to get things back on the right track tonight.
Well, you know, we spoke last night towards the end of that basketball game on the telecast, and I'm sure this was something that Coach Barry spoke to the team about, is it's going to be a true test of character tonight to see how you come back after a defeat that they took at home last night. And there's been one change in the starting lineup, and I'm sure that Coach Barry will make changes as this game goes along to make this team a better basketball team.
Our official tonight, Shannon Bone. He'll toss it up along with Frank Raposo and Joe Brannis. Here we go. On the way, Andre Reed gets it back over to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis, the all-time assist leader at Indiana University up in Bloomington. He's being pressured by Gottlieb, gets it down inside to Derricks. Back to Reed, over to Lewis, now inside again. I tell you what, they're moving the ball rather well. They got it down to Andre Perry. Perry has it batted away. Tries to keep it in play, but can't do it, and it's recovered by Doug Gottlieb for the Oklahoma Storm. Good ball movement, Terry, but they didn't score. They didn't even shoot.
The ball ended up in a non-passer's hand at the very end of the play, and that's not what you really want to have. You want to have it in a scorer's hand or in a passer's hand. And,
up on the inside is Keontae Roberts.
No fault to Andre Perry, but that's the way that play developed.
Oklahoma goes up 2-0. We're just underway here in the first quarter. Andre Perry can't get it to go. A little Dre misses that one. Gottlieb gets it back over on the far side for 3, and it's good by number 3, David Harrison. So all of a sudden, it is 5-0 in favor of the Oklahoma Storm.
Not the way you want to start a basketball game after the way we came out last night and played in the third and the fourth quarter.
Michael Lewis can't get it to go. It's picked up once again by Harrison. Harrison has the loose ball. Now it's taken away by Franklin Paul. Franklin Paul for the Sea Dragons on the drive, trying to go coast to coast. Can't get it to go. That another one is swapped out of Leon Derrick's hands. It comes down to Gottlieb. Gottlieb dishes it off on the far side, and they're going to call a foul against Andre Reed. That'll be the first one against Andre Reed.
The first 2 possessions that we've had the basketball, I don't think we've done what the coaching staff wants to have done, and I think the frustration level that we saw in this basketball team last night has carried over to the beginning of this basketball game. Now they can play out of it. There's 2 minutes gone, not even 2 minutes gone in the basketball game.
Keontae Roberts misses the first one.
But it's not something that you can continue to do, Joe, because your confidence level is really going to start dropping.
5-0 in favor of the Oklahoma Storm here with 10 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the opening period. Roberts once again sinks that one, give him 3 on the night.
And then what you're going to see happen is you're going to see a team who's playing on the road all of a sudden play with a lot of confidence, and you see it right now. Any team that come out and press you 2 minutes to go in the ball game at this level, they're starting to play with a little bit of confidence.
Leon Derricks can't get it to go. Andre Reed gets the rebound, dishes it inside to Franklin Paul. He can't get a shot up. It comes back out now to Derricks. Leon Derricks looking inside to Andre Perry. Perry being pressured by Keontae Roberts, and Andre Perry gets the first 2 of the night for the Florida Sea Dragons. 6-2. That one pumped up, and a 3-pointer that time by LeBradford Smith out of Louisville. It's 9-2 Oklahoma, the Storm. The last time they were here in the Tico Arena, they lost to the Florida Sea Dragons. Let's see what happens tonight. Michael Lewis. Boy, we got something. They're going to call it against Andre Reed. He leveled the big number 35 out there, Willie Burton.
Well, I think Willie Burton used a little bit of his experience that he's gained in the league, and knew he had a big man coming on to the block, and he was out of character for him. He was not going to be able to defend that play if it got inside, and the only hope he had was to draw a foul, and he did. Give him credit.
Gottlieb. They get it over to Harrison.
We might see an early timeout here from Coach Berry. We are going to see a timeout.
11-2, and timeout call by the Florida Sea Dragons. They trail by 9 with 9 minutes and 14 seconds, just a 20-second timeout taken here as you look at Coach Rick Barry along with Clifford Ray. And I tell you what, I can't read lips too well, but I'm sure he's saying, what in the world is going on?
Well, he's talking about defense again. I mean, this basketball team right now has got 11 points. This basketball game is into not even into 3 minutes being played. This basketball team last night, as far as talking about the Sea Dragons, gave up 107 points. If you look at it, you see the frustration level on Coach, and it's going to play off onto the players. What has to happen, Joe, is somebody out on the court, whether it be the 5 players that you're looking at right now or someone who comes in the ball game off the bench, has got to come out and get everyone on the court on the same page. And that's what you look for in leadership. And we talked about test of character. We'll also see about leadership.
9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter, 11-2. The Sea Dragons trailing the Oklahoma Storm. Michael Lewis stops, pops, puts it up, no go. Rebound comes down to David Harrison. Now it's over to Gottlieb. Gottlieb on the drive. Gets it back out. They're going to go for 3. Is Harrison? No good. Andre Reed gets it out to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis again up off the glass and gets the roll. His first 2 of the night. And it is now 11-4.
There's a lot of players out there in the white uniforms, the Florida Sea Dragons, that are not used to playing the way they've played probably the last well, 14, 16 minutes that we've seen last night and the first few minutes of tonight. And I think it'll be a change when we'll see what kind of character we have, what type of leadership we have.
Michael Lewis comes up with the missed shot by Keontae Roberts. Almost loses it, and ball is on the floor. They say it went off Leon Derricks. It'll be Oklahoma Storm basketball. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go in this opening quarter here at the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler. The Oklahoma Storm up by 7, 11-4. LaBradford Smith has it stolen that time by Franklin Paul. Franklin Paul, 6'3" out of McNeese State, averaging 15.1 points per game, gets it over to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis, the assist leader here for the Florida Sea Dragons in the USBL. He's being guarded by Gottlieb. Gets it inside to Derricks. Derricks trying to make the move. Lost it up for Andre Reed, and we have a foul. They just did beat the shot clock. Number 4 charged with the foul. That's LaBradford Smith. And Terry, they just did beat the shot clock that time.
Yeah,
get a new 14 seconds.
Very, very fortunate that I think LaBradford fell out of position, but I don't think he realized that the shot clock was down. We did. LaBradford didn't for Oklahoma. And
Leon Derricks
bail us out of a situation there where the shot clock got down to the expiration time.
11-6. That one popped up and goes for 2 by the Brentford Smith. That's 5 on the night for Smith. It's 13-6 now. Back to a 7-point lead for the Oklahoma Storm. Andre Reed trying to make the move. He can't get it up against Burton. Burton, good defense that time. Comes back to the Storm. And that's, boy, I tell you, Bradford Smith just had no idea what he was going to do with that one. It goes into Franklin Paul for the jam. His first 2 tonight. Maybe that will ignite.
Well, I think Coach Berry used a good timeout. He used a 20-second timeout. I think he challenged the group that was out there. They responded so far, but now it's consistency and keeping that response up.
13-8. The Sea Dragons down by 5. Michael Lewis. Over to Franklin Paul. You see Franklin trying to get the pick from the big guy. He stops, hits one from 15 feet, no go. Comes back out to Franklin Paul, over to Leon Derricks. Derricks from outside. That one won't go as well, and Willie Burton comes down with a rebound. Doug Gottlieb, 6'1" out of Oklahoma State.
Did a great job getting the rebound, but then we took the early shot. We didn't get back into the offense. You know, we took an early jump shot, one pass, didn't make them pay for giving up that rebound, Dustin. When you get offensive rebounds, you really got to take advantage of those.
They're going to call a foul against number 41, Leon Derricks. That's his first. And we have a timeout called by the Florida Sea Dragons. 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the opening period. It is 13-8, Oklahoma Storm out ahead. We'll come back to Tico Arena right after this.
If you're looking for a new car, you can drive home in today. Come see Miranda Kia and listen to our flash. Try Kia, Sophia, and oh Mamma Mia. When your friends get to see you, they'll all wish that they could be you. And depending on what your age, will put you in the sport age. Dependable, reliable, the styling's bonafide. Cruising through the town with the fast time.
Get a 2000 Kia Sportage convertible for $0 down and $224 a month.
Hit it, Henry! I'm Miranda! The Bondig is here!
Morandi Kia, half-mile south of the Naples Airport.
Robert Lease, Florida father, New Smyrna Beach Belle shopper. While it may look like you're just pounding nails, that's your way of showing affection. Because beneath that rough, rugged exterior, there's a big old softy who likes to hug. To celebrate you, Robert, and all Florida dads, we present the Belle's Father's Day sale with 25 to 50% savings on Dad's favorite brands. Hey, Dad, you the man.
Announcer, a factory test market event that will revolutionize the way people buy cars. Factory test market event. Now through Monday only at Fort Myers Toyota. Get the guaranteed lowest price and payment posted right on the windshield. 2,000 Echoes in Tacoma, just $11,988 for $196 a month, and you own it. 2,000 Camrys, just $16,488 for $279 a month, and it's yours. Plus, get $1,000 more than Kelly Book Fair Value for your trade. Through Monday only at Fort Myers Toyota.
The Oklahoma Storm comes in tonight at 9-14. The Florida Sea Dragons at 11-9. The Sea Dragons 3.5 games behind Dodge City. They sit in 3rd place in the Southern Division. Oklahoma is in 4th. That's Gottlieb getting it back out now to Keontae Roberts. And we've got a whistle on the inside. Number 44, they're going to call it against Doug Gottlieb, an offensive foul.
You know, so many times you see the smaller player go inside on a set play and have to set the screen. And that's really not a place they want to be. And a lot of times you will see them pick up the foul just for a simple fact they're in a position to set the pick, but it's very difficult for them to do because of the size factor.
Michael Lewis. His club trails by 5, gets it down inside to Andre Reed. He can't get it to go, but the foul is going to be called against number 4. That's the 2nd personal on LeBradford Smith out of Louisville, 6'4". Stepping to the free throw line now will be Andre Reed, a 7-footer out of Florida State. He's shooting 51% from the free throw line so far this season for the Florida Sea Dragons. That first one is up, and he gets it to go.
You know, one thing that Oklahoma cannot afford to do tonight, and something that would be very advantageous for the Sea Dragons, is to get them in foul trouble. They have 2 players that were here just last week that are not with them.
And Andre Reed gets the 2nd one to go. So Big Dre hits 2 from the free throw line. It is 13-10, Terry.
One being the big man in Newell, and the other being their reserve center, who's at the NBA camp in Chicago right now. So
they've only got 9 guys here tonight.
Correct. This team's playing with 9 and 2 players that have been playing well for them.
David Harrison can't get it to go. Andre Reed comes off with the rebound. Reed, the Big Dre, with 6.6 rebounds per basketball game here so far this season. Michael Lewis, the lefty, against Gottlieb, gets it down inside to Reed. He pumps it all the way back out to Leon Derricks. He goes up from 17 feet and drops it in.
You know, the play before when Burton picked up the offensive foul almost off the same set, he knew he'd be in trouble if that pass got inside. Andre did a good job. He's got Burton playing him in the post, kicked it out, got the good rotation. We've got an open jump shot.
13-12. The Sea Dragons trailing by 1 with 4:55 to go in the opening quarter here at the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Femler bringing it all to you. Willie Burton throws it away.
Now, I started to say, and if I had said it a little bit earlier, I would have really looked like a very intelligent person, was that Burton would put a problem with us matching up to him. Even though he's playing the center position, who are we going to have to guard Burton? What we did was we sent Michael Lewis on a double team, so you'll probably see a lot of that happening if Burton gets the basketball.
Andre Reed knocks somebody out of the way, and Leon Derricks hits another one. That's 6 on the night for Leon, and the Florida Sea Dragons take the lead, 14-13.
If you look out on the court right now, Oklahoma has no true post player in the basketball game. So we have a matchup problem. If you look right now, the matchup problem comes with someone guarding Burton. We're going to put Leon on him, which we've had. The switch a while ago put Andre on him, and that will give us some problems.
Out of the corner for 3 was Bradford Smith, no good. Rebound comes down to Harrison. He can't get it to go. And they say over the back now. Going to be called against number 32. That's Keontae Roberts. I hope he's got the wine chilling in the refrigerator for after the game. 14-13. The Sea Dragons out ahead.
You can see we're going to go inside to Andre again, and there's your mismatch.
He's against Willie Burton.
If they come in double, which they don't.
They can't do it.
Just gave a check. Technical foul on Willie Burton on the floor.
That's 4 on the night now for Andre Reed. And a technical foul charged to number 35, Willie Burton. And you know who's going to shoot it? Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis steps to the line. The reason being, he's an 86% free throw shooter. You can take a good look at Willie Burton down on the far side out of the University of Minnesota. Willie Burton, a troubled young man in his earlier days. A full timeout. Going to be charged now as Michael Lewis hits the free throw. That's 3 points on the night for Michael Lewis.
Well, what you see the confusion, we're going to go to break here, but the confusion was when the timeout could be called, and we got a timeout now on the floor.
You take a look now at Rick Barry and staff as they sit down and talk to the Florida Sea Dragons. With the score, Florida 16, Oklahoma 13. We'll come back. It's 17-13. We'll come back right after this.
Hey, what do you guys have?
AutoWorks, Naples' favorite auto repair center. Just listen to what our customers have to say, and you'll know why.
Not only did they fix the problem on my car, but it was a nice surprise to find my car washed after they were done with that. So not only did it run great, it looked great as well.
My truck broke down, had it towed here, and the following day I was up and running, so I was very pleased with the service.
When your car leaves AutoWorks, your auto works.
AutoWorks, 3027 Davis Boulevard in Naples.
Tired of high car prices?
Want an affordable quality car?
You can buy a 2000 Kia Sophia starting at only $89.90 at Morandi Kia.
The new Sophia comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and gets 32 miles to the gallon.
You don't need a gold card to get credit at Morandi Kia.
And be sure to check out the new Kia Spectra.
It's sporty and fun to drive.
You just can't beat the deals at Morandi Kia.
At Morandi, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of Naples Airport on Airport Road.
There is a time in every young person's life.
It's really hard for parents to accept that their children are growing up.
When your friends become the most important people in the world.
Oh, you've always been there for me.
That's what friends are for.
For Moesha,
You go, girl.
this is that time.
This is better than WWF SmackDown.
This is a celebration.
Superstar Brandy is Moesha.
We'll always be best friends, right?
Yeah.
Monday night at 8 on UPN TV 10.
17-13, the Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. We've got 3 minutes, 59 seconds to go in this first quarter. Joe Brennis, one of the officials, talking to number 32, Keontae Roberts. Here we go. Roberts back to Gottlieb. Gottlieb will be pressured by Michael Lewis. You think Michael kinds to like Gottlieb a little better than he did Colson last night?
I think anyone would like anybody better than Colson last night.
9 seconds on the shot clock. That one goes up, no good, off the rim by LeBradford Smith. Comes down to Andre Reed. Gets it over to Lewis. Lewis looking around. Had nobody on the fast break, so he just stops, takes it back out, sets everything up once again. Michael Lewis. 7.4 assists. And we've got a hold going to be called against number 35, Willie Burton. That's his first personal, but he has one technical so far tonight.
Well, they're just going to keep going to that. I mean, it's a strong mismatch. They're frustrated with it a little bit. Their coach is frustrated with it a little bit. It's pretty tough to defend that size of a post player in the presence of Andre Reed with a player the size of Willie Burton. Now, Willie Burton's a very fine basketball player. Don't take anything away from him. But it's just not really, what he does well. And we're going to keep going to that. As long as we keep getting the calls, there's an old philosophy. Don't change what's working.
Brian Gates, the Oklahoma Storm head coach. Assisted by Denny Price. That one no go by Michael Lewis. He couldn't get the roll off the glass. Comes back to Gottlieb. Gottlieb dishes inside. And they're going to say yes. It's good by Keontae Roberts. That's his 5th point of the night. The foul goes against Franklin Paul, his first of the evening. So give Roberts 5. Make it now 15-17. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead. And Keontae hopes to pop the cork and put this one in. That's good. He has 6 in the first quarter. 16-17. The Florida Sea Dragons up by 1. You look at Michael Lewis, pressured by Gottlieb. Derricks to Franklin Paul. They're looking to get it down inside to Andre Reed. That's mismatch you're talking about. But Willie Burton is being ferocious inside here on defense. Goes to Perry. Perry can't get it to go, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Take a look, Terry.
Well,
that was Keontae Roberts.
Comes right into the camera, but when we come back to live play, we only have 3 seconds on the shot clock. We did not get the shot off, so we had a shot clock violation. Again, we're back in that situation now where we've hit about a minute and a half lull here after that technical foul. That now we're not getting things done again. At that one point after Coach Berry called timeout, we went on about a 10-2 run at one point. got back in the game. As a matter of fact, even went ahead.
Inside to Willie Burton. He can't get it to go. Good defensive pressure that time by the Sea Dragons. Michael Lewis. Still with the basketball. He tries to drive on Gottlieb. That one goes off the glass. No! They say no. Offensive foul. They say Michael Lewis pushed off. Offensive foul. Charged against Michael Lewis.
I got to laugh
He's
on that one.
not very happy. Take a look at it.
I got to laugh on that one. I have a tough time. Now, he may have done it. I don't know. But I don't know how you could see it from half court.
There you see him over there. Well,
there's no way. There's no way. I beg to differ on that one.
We come back
I beg to differ on that one.
Franklin Paul now after a missed shot by the Oklahoma Storm. They get it down inside. It comes back out to Paul. Over to Leon Derricks. Derricks has it off the front of the rim. No go. It comes down to Keontae Roberts. And that one knocked out of bounds. Well, Leon says, hey, wait a minute. Ref, you were in my way.
The referee's in play.
Rick Barry is talking about it, too. Yes, he is in play.
If he's in play, the ball's in play. Rick's laughing about it.
Yep, he's sitting down now alongside Clifford Ray. Doug Gottlieb, his team trailing by 1. Gives it off to Keontae Roberts, and Roberts puts his team back up as he gets his 8th point of the night. It is now 18-17, Oklahoma out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons with 1:30. You can see the clock ticking right there in the lower left-hand corner. Andre Perry, his shot no good, comes down to David Harrison. Don't forget they only have 9 guys, so this game, as we get down into the 3rd and 4th quarter, the lack of substitutions may play in the Florida Sea Dragons' favor. We'll have to wait and see. That rebound comes off to Perry, gets it over to Paul, to Michael Lewis.
Well, this whole quarter we've played with the same 5.
Back out to Franklin. He stops, pops off the glass, no go. Reed tries to keep it in play, knocks it away, but it comes down to Doug Gottlieb. Gottlieb from Oklahoma State puts it up, no go. And Keontae Roberts can't get it. Here comes Michael Lewis. It's a 3-on-2. Gets it inside to Perry, and Perry gets the friendly roll.
Andre Reed. Little Dre and Big Dre.
Andre Reed gets it to go, 19-18. That was the Big Dre.
The Big Dre. I think the Big Dre is going to need a little bit of a breather here after this quarter.
Keontae Roberts stops, turns around, puts it up, and gets it to fall. That's 10 in the first quarter for Keontae.
And I think Chicharito, Germany, is going to give him that breather at the quarter.
It's 20-8, 20-19.
Shot clock and game clock
are just about identical.
Just about identical. So the clock you see on the screen is also the shot clock.
Michael Lewis. He stops, puts one up from 18th Street, and gets it to go for 2. 5 in the first quarter for Michael Lewis. 21-20. The Sea Dragons on ahead. No foul call. Here comes Reed. And that's it. I didn't know if he had enough effort to get it to the hoop. He's kind of tired out there after having played 12. But as you mentioned, Toshiro, Germany will be coming in. So we played 1 here at the Tico Arena. It is the Florida Sea Dragons 21, the Oklahoma Storm 20. We'll return with more USBL basketball right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1-week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free 1-week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold's. Call now.
BIG technology chips. Great buy. Good.
Big tech chips. Huh.
At SunTrust, our advisors believe investment should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
Big tech chips. Buy now.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
The Boating Show is all about boating.
And fishing. I'm Denise Euler, the fishing female, and I'll be teaching the fundamentals of fishing to everyone, but mostly to women and children.
We do features on buying your next boat, where to find the best waterfront restaurants, how to maintain your boat,
and fishing for saltwater or freshwater fish. We'll bring on tournament champions to fish with Captain Roger or myself, and we'll show you the latest in fishing equipment.
So stay tuned for the boating
and fishing show at the time shown on the screen.
He's got a whole new approach to the bench.
You don't look like Richard Gere, but she's trying to make you sound like the American Gigolo.
Judge Mathis.
I'm not a freak or anything, but I need to know the facts. I'm a judge. I'm not one of your boys on the corner you drink a 40-ounce with. Save this act for Las Vegas.
Nobody slams a gavel.
What you stealing this woman's underwear for? You some kind of freak?
Like Judge Mathis.
Weekdays at 11 a.m. on WeView TV.
21-20. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm at the end of the first quarter as we get ready for second quarter action.
What's happening here? It looks almost like a some type of convention where Oklahoma is getting about every ear they can get of the guys who are usually in stripes, but in professional basketball, they don't wear stripes. And it's delaying us a little bit.
Just a little. Here we go. Doug Gottlieb.
We'll have to live with that.
126 assists so far this season for the Oklahoma Storm. Comes back out now to LeBradford Smith and Michael Lewis. Rick Barry says, wait a minute now. He's got the right thing. They're going to call it against Michael Lewis. That's his second personal of the night. You can look at referee Joe Brannis explaining the call to Rick Barry and Clifford Ray. That's LeBradford Smith. He hits for 2. That's 7 on the night for LeBradford. 22-21. Oklahoma now up by a point over the Florida Sea Dragons. Lewis dumps it down inside to Toshiro Germany. Germany being double teamed, tries to get it up. No good. Is swatted away that time by Keontae Roberts. Gottlieb with it. It comes back out and down he goes. Does Burton, Willie Burton. That's up ahead to Brian Green, who came in the game, and Brian Green gets his first 2. So you mentioned Brian Green maybe a little bit more effective tonight coming in off the bench.
Well, that's something that the coaching staff, made a decision to do, and we'll see how the players react to it.
Willie Burton with the basketball, and they're going to call the foul against Toshiro Germany. Goes against Toshiro. Perhaps, on that last possession for the Oklahoma Storm, Willie Burton may have tripped over the three-point line. We don't know how thick the paint is out there on the hardwoods here at the Tico Arena. But nonetheless, Willie Burton will go to the free-throw line.
I think they called that last foul on Andre Perry, 37, and not Toshiro.
Well, we'll put a check mark by Andre Perry. Burton gets the first one. That's his first point of the night, if you can believe that. And there's his second. So it's 24-23. Oklahoma up now by 1 over the Florida Sea Dragons. 10:35 to go. And there goes Brian Green. Brian Green for 2. 25-24. The Sea Dragons up by 1 again. As you look at Gottlieb as he brings the ball up the floor. Gets it over to LeBradford Smith. Now it's out to Keontae Roberts, over here to Harrison. Harrison goes inside to Willie Burton, and they're going to say a blocking foul that time against number 41, Leon Derricks. That's his second of the night. Willie Burton will inbounds now for the Oklahoma Storm. Doug Gottlieb over to Keontae Roberts. He drives and he puts that one, gets a friendly roll. That's 12 on the night now for Keontae. 26-25. The Storm back up by 1. We're going up 1-1-1. We're trading baskets. He is asking Coach Rick Barry to settle down.
It's an illegal switch, okay? And that switch is whenever you go block to block in a set play that they had, you can see the frustration on Coach. You know, as a coach, when you're over here and you got to tell them, and then they tell you, you know, take it easy, I got it. Well, if you had it, I wouldn't have to holler it to you. And I think that's what Coach is a little frustrated about, some of the calls tonight. And, you know, he's frustrated from last night's game just as well as these players are.
Brian Green pumps it out to Michael Lewis. Lewis trying to beat the shot clock. No go. Gottlieb comes down with a rebound for Oklahoma. Gets it up to Roberts. Now it goes on the far side to Harrison. His shot no good off the back of the rim. He saves it, though, a heads-up play, and they're going to call a push. Against number 32, Toshiro, Germany, his first of the night.
Well, what Toshiro got into trouble was Toshiro didn't block off the shooter. And ball came back. Shooter chased it down. Toshiro picked up the foul.
26-25. Oklahoma up by 1 over the Florida Sea Dragons. 9:24 to go in the first half. Willie Burton being guarded by Leon Derricks.
There's a double.
Now they come out with a double, and it goes down deep inside. That one knocked out of bounds by Michael Lewis. Heads up defense by the Florida Sea Dragons. Coming into the game now for Oklahoma is number 20, Adrian Peterson, 6'4", out of Oklahoma State. He replaces David Harrison. First substitution of the night for the Oklahoma Storm. They're up by 1 with 9 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Gottlieb on the drive. And, boy, I tell you what, Lewis pushed him off. He couldn't get it to roll. Comes down to Brian Green. Brian Green out of Nevada, Reno. Still with the basketball. He's being guarded by Peterson. Brian Green tries to pump it inside to Germany. Can't get it to go. Gottlieb with it now for Oklahoma. Goes all the way back out to Willie Burton, and Willie Burton puts it up for 3. That's 29-25. Now all of a sudden it's become a 4-point lead for the Oklahoma Storm with 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this first half. Michael Lewis. Lewis trying to drive, gets shut off on the inside, comes back out to Leon Derricks. Derricks back to Lewis. He has to put it up to beat the shot clock. No go. It comes down to Oklahoma. That's LeBradford Smith. He pumps it, and it's stolen away by Andre Perry. Comes over to Green. Green gets it to Leon Derricks. Derricks dumps it down inside to Toshiro, and Toshiro puts it off the glass. 29-27. Oklahoma up by 2. And you look at some of the guys bending over, if they got some cramping problems out there for Oklahoma.
Well, Andre's starting to get a little tired for us, and so is Michael, and so is Leon.
Nobody on the inside, and he can't get it to go as Adrian Peterson. He was all alone, and nothing happened. They're going to say that it's Oklahoma basketball.
I think they're going to change it.
Well, we'll see what happens. The officials are conferring.
They changed it.
They said it went off the knee of Adrian Peterson, so it will be Florida basketball. Coming into the game now, Steve Hart, number 22, 6'3", out of Indiana State. And for the Florida Sea Dragons, Johnny Williams, 6'10", from Eastern Michigan, comes in and replaces Leon Derricks, giving him a little bit of a blow. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first half. It's 29-27. The Oklahoma Storm up by 2 over the Florida Sea Dragons. They dump it down inside to Toshiro. Toshiro can't get it to go, but he's fouled. They're going to call it against number 35. That's Willie Burton, his second on the night.
Now, we have said this most of the season. Toshiro does a good job getting to the foul line, but he's yet to get himself where he's converting on a consistent basis from the free throw line.
He's only shooting 55%. He puts that one up and gets it to roll.
Yeah. He increases that up to 60-65%, which is very likely to do. It makes him a different basketball player.
Toshiro now trying to make, we've got somebody jumping in the lane. No go, yeah. Andre Perry. Toshiro hadn't even let it go, and Andre Perry was in the lane.
Maybe Andre knew what we were talking about, and he shot 50%. He made the first one. The second one was probably going to be a miss, and Andre was going to go get it.
He was getting ready for the rebound.
He was getting ready.
29-28. Michael Lewis claps his hands, say, let's go, guys. Let's play a little defense. Lewis against Hart. It goes down inside to Keontae Roberts. No go, but a foul called against number 21. That's Johnny Williams, his first. the 6'10" footer out of Eastern Michigan. Stepping to the free throw line now will be Keontae Roberts.
Well, what we're going to see happen is we're going to see Toshiro come out, and we get no help on the switch, and the foul is made by Johnny. But Toshiro came out off of the switch and left his man open. We didn't get the adjustment. Andre got there late, and then Andre got no help from the backside.
Roberts 3 out of 4 so far tonight on the free throw line. He's got 13 points. This one goes up. He makes that one. So give him 14 here so far in the first half. 31-28, back to a 3-point lead for the Oklahoma Storm. 7:02 to go in the second quarter. Michael Lewis inside to Toshiro. He dumps it over to Johnny Williams. Williams has it slapped away. Willie Burton on a great defensive play, and they're going to call what? They're going to call a foul against Johnny Williams. So Johnny Williams gets called with the foul, his second. We have a timeout. It's 31-28. Oklahoma ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons with 6:52 to go here in the second quarter. We'll come back with more from the Tico Arena right after this.
Oh, let's go. Oh, oh, let's go. Oh.
Out here, every other truck is second best.
My Toyota.
Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year.
My Toyota.
Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150, and now Tundra is a price to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck.
My Toyota.
It wasn't easy for Lakeisha Rivers to get where she is today. She worked hard and excelled in school, yet her chances of going to college were uncertain. Fortunately, Lakeisha was awarded a Bright Future Scholarship funded by the Florida Lottery, and her dream of graduating from Florida International University became a reality. With the help of Bright Future Scholarships, many young people like Lakeisha, who have so much to give, will shine even brighter.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
It's 31-28, the Oklahoma Storm against the Florida Dragons. Oklahoma outscoring Florida 11-7 here so far in the second quarter. Willie Burton, the Florida Sea Dragons, and the Oklahoma Storm. Willie Burton misses the second one.
You know,
So
last
Burton
night
is now
Toshiro
2 out
didn't
of-
block off on a free throw. Again, Toshiro didn't block off on a free throw. Came out of it okay, but again, it was the not blocking off at the free throw.
32-28, the Sea Dragons trailing the Oklahoma Storm. Michael Lewis gets it out to Johnny Williams. That's Brian Green. Green looking to make the move, puts it up, no go. Rebound comes right back to Brian. Michael Lewis inside to Andre Perry. Perry dishes it off inside to Toshiro, and he gets hammered. Number 35, that's Willie Burton once again. That's his third on the night.
This is gonna be a situation for Oklahoma that it just may be too much for them to handle. I may be putting the old cart ahead of the horse philosophy, but I don't think this basketball team with only 9 players, 2 players not with them right now, can play without Willie Burton in the lineup. We'll see what happens. I mean, I could very well be wrong as we are many times, but I think the odds are definitely going towards our favor with Burton picking up his third foul. He's going to be out for the rest of this quarter. That's going to be 6 minutes left in this quarter. We're going to have to see what we do here for the next 6 minutes. We have to take advantage of him not being in a basketball game.
Will Carlton, 6'7" out of Georgetown, Kentucky, as Toshiro hits both free throws.
Now, we can do it on the defensive end, Joe, just as well as we can do it on the offensive end, because that takes out one of their leading scorers and one of their better offensive players. We've got LeBradford Smith in the basketball game right now, who's probably their primary scorer, and we're just going to have to step up and play defense and take advantage of Burton not being in the ball game. There's one situation of that.
Has it swiped away now. It's picked up by the Sea Dragons. It goes over to Michael Lewis. Lewis says 2. Let's run play number 2. You look at the clock down in the lower left-hand corner of your screen, and they're going to call a foul. Technical foul against number 4. They call a personal and a technical. That's the third, and then they call a technical foul as well against LeBradford Smith.
One thing you can't do in professional basketball is if you get to the point of upstaging the official, and once LeBradford put the ball on the floor, made his jump and went away, a lot of times they're just not going to take that.
Michael Lewis to put the technical up. He makes that one go. That's his 6th point of the night. It's 32 to 31. Now on the free throw line is Johnny Williams, 6'10", out of Eastern Michigan. His first one is good. That's his first point of the night. We're all tied, 32 apiece.
We'll see what happens again at the defensive end.
And he makes the second one.
If we get the same effort again defensively here for a couple more times down the court, again, that was at about the 6-minute and 20-second mark that Burton went out with his 3rd foul. We can get this into our favor going into halftime. And maybe Coach Berry will be nice at halftime.
33-32. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. Goes inside to Carlton. Carlton trying to make the move. Goes up strong, and he's fouled. They're going to call it against number 21, Johnny Williams. That's his 3rd personal here in the first half. And stepping to the line, Will Carlton out of Georgetown, Kentucky. 6'7". He's shooting 54% from the free throw line. Drops that one through. Entering the game now for the Sea Dragons for his first appearance ever. Number 10, Wayne Copeland, 6 foot, out of Lynn University over on the East Coast here in Florida. Carlton, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. And his team goes back up by 1, 34-33. Copeland on the drive, can't get it to roll, but it's kept up and in by a Johnny Williams. 35-34, 5 minutes to go in the first half. The Sea Dragons up ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. Comes back out that time to Peterson. He can't get it to go. Brian Green pumps it up. It's intercepted that time by Keontae Roberts. It goes over on the far side now to Peterson. Peterson stops, pops, no go. And I tell you what, they're going to say it's Florida Sea Dragons basketball. What a collision that time went off Alonzo Richmond.
Brian Green's cardinal mistake was one-hand pass down the court. Get the ball to the primary ball handler, fill the lanes, or take it up the court and make a two-hand pass. You can always bring a two-hand pass back. One-hand pass, it's history when you put it in action. You can't bring it back.
Wayne Copeland, the youngster, 6 foot, out of Lynn University. Green gets it over to Perry. Comes back out to Copeland. Copeland puts it up, and he hits his first 2. Wayne Copeland gets his first 2 as a Florida Sea Dragon, and they're up 37-34. On the drive that time was number 22, Steve Hart, and he's fouled. It goes against Johnny Williams. That'll be his 4th, Terry, here in the first half.
Well, I don't know where the coaching staff down there realizes that Johnny's picked up 4 fouls without Cephas being active. Maybe they realize he has, and they're going to go with different personnel. Wayne got beat out on the perimeter. Johnny should have let him.
That was an air ball that time by Steve Hart. He can't get that one to go either. Andre Perry comes down with a rebound. Copeland dumps it inside to Johnny Williams. Back to Copeland. Copeland dishes it off to Perry. He can't get it to go. Now it's Copeland with the rebound. Brian Green over to Johnny. Back out to Green. Dumps it inside to Perry. He's double teamed on there. Makes the move on the baseline and puts in a sweet behind up over the head. Shot for Andre Perry.
Good offensive set, both possessions, even off of the rebound. We didn't force up a quick shot. Difficult shot to take, but did a good job with the possession.
39-34, it's a 5-point lead. And I tell you what, that one went out of bounds off Andre Perry, but give Perry an awful lot of credit for his hustle.
You're going to see the ball go inside to Andre. He reads the double team. He can't pass out of it, so he does the next best thing. He spins out of the double team. Does a good job finding the best. Uses the basket itself and net and the rim to protect from the defender.
That's Steve Hart being pressured. Finally gets it off to Richmond. Richmond can't get it up. Shot clock expires. So it'll be Sea Dragon basketball.
Remember we talked about when Willie Burton went out of the basketball game with 6 minutes and 20-some seconds to go. We talked about defensive stops. We've gotten 2 or 3 really good defensive stops. Shot clock violation on one. 2 steals on the others.
Gottlieb coming in back into the basketball game for Oklahoma. Entering the game now, his first time, Mohamed Wani. Well, they said, no, you can't quite go in yet.
On a shot clock violation, you can't sub.
So they put Gottlieb and Wani back here by the scorer's table. It's 39-34. The Florida Sea Dragons up by 5. 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go in this first half. Perry dumps it down inside to Johnny Williams. He turns around, puts it up and in. 6 on the night now for Johnny, and we've got a timeout called by the Oklahoma Storm. It's 41-34, a 7-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons here in the second quarter. We'll come back with more action from the Tico Arena right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Being arrested for a crime puts you in a very vulnerable position. You may or may not be advised by law enforcement that you have the right to an attorney. You do. Don't hesitate to use this right. Insist on the opportunity to call us. It's a call that could change your life.
If you've been arrested, call Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Miranda Kia is the #1 Kia dealership in Southern Florida.
Over 200 Kias in inventory.
Deals? How about up to $3,000 cash back or...
New 2000 Kia Sophias for $0 down and only $159 a month.
New 2000 Kia Sportages for $0 down and only $229 a month.
All credit applications will be processed.
At Miranda, you don't need a gold card to get easy Kia credit.
So hurry in now. At Miranda, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
It's 41-34. Florida up ahead by 7 over the Oklahoma Storm here in the Tico Arena. Gottlieb over to Richmond. He's being pressured by Brian Green. They move it around now back to Gottlieb. Dumps it down inside to Carlton. Goes back out to the head of the key to Peterson. His shot no good. And into the ball game.
My question is, and I haven't figured out yet, I don't know where Oklahoma's going to get their scoring from.
Toshiro, Germany.
Gottlieb can penetrate and make the assist, but I don't see a lot of players out on the floor right now with Burton not in the lineup that can actually put numbers up on the board. He even took Steve Hart out of the basketball game.
There's just no firepower there, Terry.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of offensive threats.
The Sea Dragons up by 9, 43-34 inside to Richmond. Richmond shot is in. his first 2 of the night for Alonzo Richmond. 6-4 out of Phillips. 43-36. And what do we have here? I'm going to call number 5, Alonzo Richmond, on the foul. One minute, 37 seconds to go before halftime. The Sea Dragons will put it in play. That is Johnny Williams. You see the back of him over here.
Well, I think
they wipe the floor.
I think what you see is a very smart Oklahoma team getting themselves about a 30 to 40 second breather here.
Saying, wait a minute, a little perspiration on the court. We want to wipe it up.
And at the same time, get a 30-second breather.
Right.
It's the old thing when I step the foul line, I got to tie my shoe. You don't really have to tie your shoe. You're just going to get a little bit of a rest before you shoot the free throw.
Mohammed Wani, you see him over there. Wani, 6'10", out of Hampton College in Virginia. And we have a 3-second, no, they're going to call illegal defense called against number 5. Okay, is that their second illegal defense?
That's what we have is their second.
And so that, therefore, will be a free throw. Brian Green stepping to the line for the Florida Sea Dragons. He shot no good. They're going to have to fix that net at halftime, Terry.
Just a little tight tug on it.
Well, you can take a little look over there. You can see the net is not really hanging properly on that hoop. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go in the first half. 43-36 in favor of the Florida Sea Dragons. Williams dumps it inside of Toshiro. He pumps it out. He thought Williams was still there. Nobody there, but beating the shot clock. It's Brian Green for 3. Oh, how about that one?
Sometimes I think the farther Brian is away, the better he looks.
46-36. The Sea Dragons up by 10, and we've got a foul. It's going to be called against number 3, Brian Green. That foul called by Frank Raposo. 57 seconds to go here in the opening half. 46-36 on the free throw line now is Richmond. His first free throw of the night makes it good. 3 points for Alonzo. Let's see what he can do with this one. 46-37. That one goes up and in as well. So give him 4. The crowd getting excited now. 46-38 with just 51 seconds to go. As Torch is getting them all excited here just before halftime. Copeland loses the basketball. It comes up now in the person of Keontae Roberts. Over to Gottlieb. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Dumps it into Keontae Roberts. He's double teamed. Comes back out here to Adrian Peterson. Over to Gottlieb. Gottlieb dumps it down underneath to Keontae Roberts. And Keontae Roberts makes a nice move. That's 16 on the night now for Mr. Roberts. Should we call him Ensign Roberts or Keontae Roberts? 46-40. They've cut it to 6. 10 seconds to go. The shot clock is off now. They dump it down inside to Toshiro. He puts it back out to Wani. Wani can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Mohammed Wani. Look at Coach Rick. Brian Gates says, wait a minute, he didn't do anything. That foul against LaBradford Smith, that's his 4th here tonight. Stepping up to the free throw line is Mohammed Wani. Trying to get his first point ever as a Florida Sea Dragon. 6'10" out of Hampton College in Virginia. That one goes. 47-40 with 3.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Mohammed Wani, his first ever game with the Florida Sea Dragons, gets that one to drop too. So he's perfect from the free throw line, 48-40. And putting one up and coming up short is Alonzo Richmond. So we played one here, the first half at the Tico Arena. The Florida Sea Dragons up by 8 over the Oklahoma Storm. It's 48-40 here in the first half. A much better situation for the Florida Sea Dragons tonight than we saw last night. Terry Pimler will be back with Coach Rick Barry here very shortly, but Coach Rick Barry talking with his staff. Now he moves over, and he'll be joining Terry Pimler in just a moment. Picks up one of his youngsters over there on the far side. It's 48-40. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. We now join Terry Pimler and Coach Rick Barry.
Coach, a little bit more comfortable with the family in town.
Yeah, it's nice to have my family around. It's one of the tough things about doing this job is to, be without them. But I tell you, the way we started off, I just couldn't even believe that we came out of the gate so slow. And I just told the big guys, I said, look, you're either going to get out there and start playing and concentrate on what you're doing, or we'll go small and try to match up with them. I wanted them to have to worry about our size. And instead, we were letting their quickness bother us. And fortunately, we came alive and had a 15-2 run to get ourselves back in the ball game. And we struggled some with our offense. But the thing I was pleased about is after that initial spurt by them, our defense has been pretty consistent for the whole half. Our offense has been, as I say, struggling a little bit with it. But we managed to hold them to, 40 points. So if we can do that again in the second half, we'll be fine because the offense will take care of itself. But I was just happy that we sustained our defensive effort for such a long period of time.
And sometimes the true test of character comes at different times. I think that timeout, it gave us a little indication of our character. I was beginning to wonder, too.
Yeah, well, it was a 20-second timeout. I didn't have a whole lot to say, and it wouldn't have been on television, I can tell you that.
We appreciate it, Coach.
I'm happy that the guys responded to that. Now we just got to take care of business, play the defense, get our offense going, because there's no way that, this team should be able to stay with us. We have too much power for them inside, but we just have to be smart.
Good. Good luck second half. Joe, back to you.
It's 48-40. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. It's halftime. We'll be back right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1 week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness in Florida. Your free 1 week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold's. Call now.
I'm Judge Joseph Wapner. If you were awarded a structured settlement or lottery winnings payable over time, then I suspect you feel your money is all locked up. For some of you, a long, slow, multi-year payout is a sensible arrangement. But for many of you, it might be smarter to use your money now to start a business, fund your children's college education, or buy a new home. Whatever the reason, Singer Asset Finance has the key to unlock your money's potential by paying you a lump sum right now. If you have an award from lottery winnings, medical malpractice, wrongful death, or personal injury, then call Singer Asset Finance now for your qualifying analysis, and then receive this information kit free. Enjoy the benefits of your money now.
Call Singer Asset Finance at 1-800-927-7594 to get your free qualifying analysis to get your money now. Call 1-800-927-7594.
We view TV news, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what We View TV News is all about.
We View TV News, real local news, weeknights at 6:30. You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
It's halftime. The Florida Sea Dragons up by 8, 48-40 over the Oklahoma Storm. And Terry Pimler, as you look at that first half, it started out pretty good, kind of slowed down a little bit, and then they picked it back up.
No, I don't want to take it away, but wasn't he a referee one time? The guy in the straight jacket?
I don't know, he could be. Maybe some of the coaches and
I
players.
shouldn't say that. I have a lot of friends who are referees.
would like to see referees
both
in
of them,
straight
right?
jackets.
Both
Yeah.
of them.
Both your friends.
Both
yeah.
my friends. Yeah. You know, like Coach Berry said, out of that timeout, we wondered what he was saying to the players, and he basically said, if you guys don't get it done, I'll go with the small lineup. He wanted to make them match up to us, and they came out and got it done there. But again, it's in phases of the basketball game. But with an 8-point lead, you know, you're going to the locker room feeling a little bit better about yourself, especially after last night's basketball game. This team had to come out and gain some confidence. We got that confidence, but we've lost it a couple times. Okay, as we see here goes the referee. He's going to try to get out of there.
Yeah, he's in a straight jacket. Let's see how well he can do here. I think my wife would like to put me in one of those every now and then.
I think everybody's wife would like to try that one time.
Oh, boy.
That's hurt my arms just looking at it, Joe.
I know it. Man, I tell you. I don't know how the heck he's going to do it, but maybe he will.
Halftime's going to be over soon, and we'll take a look at it. You know, looking at some of the stats that we're going to put up on the screen for you here in just a little bit, you know, looking at some of the stats there in the first half, I think the big difference in the basketball game is the fact that we are 11 of 12 from the foul line, shooting 92% from the foul line. You know, you go to the foul line shooting 92% of your free throws, you're going to be ahead in most cases as long as you're getting to the foul line. They got the foul line 15 times. They were 11 15 for 73%. That's a big difference in the basketball game. I don't see anything else that really stands out. You know, we're out rebounding them. You know, we're shooting better from the field by 6%, 46% to 40%. But I think the fact that we've gone to the foul line and we've converted those free throws has made a big, big difference.
He's almost getting one arm out of there. See whether or not he can do it. Man, I tell you, he's quite a showman.
I bet you sometimes our cameramen would like to have our director in that type of situation.
I'm certain of that, boy. It's halftime. The score, the Florida Sea Dragons 48, the Oklahoma Storm 40. We'll come back to take a look at some of the Dragonettes right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Sooner or later, we may all need nursing care. When loved ones are placed in nursing homes, they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. When they are not, we can help to enforce their legal rights. In addition, nursing homes should offer proper, suitable, and attentive medical care for their residents. If they don't, call us.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
My dad says you can never be too careful when it comes to caring for your car.
My dad says computers diagnose problems in half the time it used to take.
My dad told me how important it is to change the oil, check the brakes, steering, and suspension if you want your car to last a long time.
My dad told me to cool, so I decided to turn on the AC and chill out.
My mom said if I was good someday, August would be mine.
AutoWorks, complete automotive diagnostic and repair center, Davis Boulevard, Davis.
Out here, every other truck is second best. My Toyota.
Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year.
My Toyota.
Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150, and now Tundra is a price to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck.
My Toyota.
If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shellcat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursions, 642-6400. Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop Stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
The Florida Sea Dragons are breathing fire into the USBL in their inaugural season. Even if you can't make it to Tico Arena to catch Coach Rick Barry and the Sea Dragons in action, WeView TV gives you a front row seat to all the home games. Friday night, June 16th at 7:30. Watch your Florida Sea Dragons take on the Gulf Coast Sun Dogs, exclusively on your home for Sea Dragons basketball, WeView TV.
We're back. There's one of our camera people, hard at work over there, taking a good gander at the crowd here during halftime.
I think he's wondering if he could get out of that straitjacket, huh? What do you think?
We ought to put that one on him, I
That'd
think.
be a true test.
Boy, 48-40, the Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. And Terry, as we take a look at the halftime stats.
Well, as we mentioned, talking about it very briefly, now we see him up on the screen, shooting better from the field, 46 to 39%. The free throw is the big difference, 91 to 31%. Three-point attempts, the 3 for 12 really takes away, their percentage of being somewhere that's respectable. Out-rebounding them, turnovers less than them, and that's why you see the basketball game 48 to 40. And, statistics don't lie, and if you sat there and looked at those stats, you could tell real quick which team was leading this basketball game. Now the true test of character is there's 24 minutes left. This basketball team in the Oklahoma Storm, they've been on the road now for a long period of time. They got to be thinking, okay, we got to go back home after tonight's basketball game. We've been gone for a while. Let's go home. We got to put them away in the second half and not let them think of going home with a victory.
It's 48-40. The Florida Sea Dragons ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. It's halftime. As we take a look at the money blimp floating around the Tico Arena, we'll come back right after this.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore is authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-in, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000 through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
You can have it all. Just rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
Now, Cornerstone Promotions brings back the spirit of the 60s with the greatest songs of an unforgettable era.
There's a sense of compliments and meaningless nouns. Turn on, tune in, turn your eyes around. Give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair. To everything, turn, turn, turn. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. In a white room with black curtains. Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Looking at the scenery, breaking our minds.
You and I travel to the beat of a different drum.
Come on, people now. Smile.
Spirit of the 60s on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. Call this toll-free number for Spirit of the 60s. Cassettes $19.98, CDs $26.98 plus $5.50 shipping. Have your credit card ready and call now.
Attention inventors. Have a great idea or invention? Then you need Inventec, the launch pad for new ideas. Inventec understands the needs of inventors like you. And only Inventec offers a free patent classification search. It's the first step you need to take to success. Act now, and with your search report, receive a free video and all the materials necessary to get you on your way. Be the first to the marketplace while your idea is still hot. Using state-of-the-art technology and our worldwide experience, Inventec can turn your idea into reality. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Call Inventec now and receive your free patent classification, search, and bonus video. Take that all-important first step toward turning your dream into reality.
Call or visit us on the web at 800-524-7642 to receive your free patent classification search from Inventec, the launch pad for your new ideas. Call now.
at the Tico Arena, 48-40, as you see on your screen. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. Joe Klimas, along with Terry Thimler. Once again, a halfway decent crowd here tonight, Terry, watching this United States Basketball League contest.
Well, you know, this franchise is leading the league in attendance. Had a great response to season ticket sales, and that's one thing that's really put people in the stands. And it's an entertaining evening for the entire family, and that's what the USBL is all about.
And a great place, this Tico Arena. It's a fantastic venue to come and watch a sporting event. We're getting ready to go. Our officials once again tonight, Shannon Bone, Frank Raposo, and Joe Brannis. The Oklahoma Storm in their red road uniforms. And the Florida Sea Dragons in their home white. So here we go. It'll be Oklahoma basketball. Doug Gottlieb, 6'1" out of Oklahoma State. He's got 126 assists coming into the game. They dump it down inside to Keontae Roberts, and he gets his 18th point on the night. He has basically been the main scoring threat so far this evening.
Well, we're going to see Andre get the basketball and make Burton play defense and get the ball in movement off rotations and see what happens.
Leon Derricks left all alone out there. Perry can't get the rebound. It comes off to David Harrison. Dump it down inside now to Keontae, trying to play the post against Leon Derricks. Puts the move. Derricks swipes it away. Off the glass, no go. Rebound once again, can't get it to move. And it'll be Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Leon Perry says, where is the rock? I know I had the rock at one time. Where'd it go?
Oh, nice
Andre
pass.
Perry inside now to Michael Lewis. That's 8 on the night now for Michael.
Give Michael credit for cutting, but give more credit for Andre to see the floor and see the cutter.
10 minutes, 40 seconds to go. In the third quarter, 50-42, an 8-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons. They dump it to Gottlieb. Gottlieb gets it off that time to Harrison. Harrison puts it up and in. 50-44. Sea Dragons. Franklin Paul looking for somebody. Decides to take it himself.
We're going to go inside again to Andre and make them double.
Comes back out to Paul for 3, and he hits.
We're going to play off the fact that they're going to have to come and help Burton because he has 3 fouls, and also because of the mismatch. We're going to probably play that for as long as we're allowed to play it.
53-44, a 9-point lead now for the Florida Sea Dragons. 9:55 to go here in the third quarter. Gottlieb over to LeBradford Smith. He pumps one up, no good. And Andre kind of lackadaisical and didn't fight for the ball, and it was consequently picked up by Keontae Roberts. Give him 20 on the night now. 53-46, there's a steal, and Rick Barry doesn't like it. Gottlieb behind the back, out back to LeBradford Smith, no go. Roberts gets the rebound. Goes inside, puts it up and in. 22 on the night now.
I think what Coach was upset about is we had a mismatch with that Burton-Reed post position. We took away the weak side help. We threw the pass. Burton held on to Andre, and Andre couldn't go get the pass, and the Sea Dragons didn't get the call.
53-48. It's a 5-point margin now for the Florida Sea Dragons. It comes over to Andre Perry on the slam. 6 now for Andre. 55-48. Getting ready to come back in the game, Toshiro, Germany. Gottlieb puts one up inside the 3-point line. That's good for 2. His first 2 of the night. 55-50. Michael Lewis. And it's kicked out of bounds that time by Doug Gottlieb. Here comes Toshiro. Going to replace Andre Reed. Andre not a happy camper going out of the basketball game.
Well, I think Andre took a little check to the chest and lost his win, and Coach went to replace him. By the time the replacement got in, Andre had gained his win back again.
Lewis dumps it down inside to Leon Derricks. He's double teamed, pumps it over here to Andre Perry. Perry has it stolen away. It's picked up by Gottlieb for the Oklahoma Storm. They trail by 5, 55-50. Back out to Harrison, over to Gottlieb. Doug Gottlieb says, get out of my way. Move everybody over that way. I want to go one-on-one against Lewis. He gets a screen. Pumps it back out to Willie Burton. Back to Gottlieb. Gottlieb from the free throw line. No go. And it comes down to Willie Burton. Burton's shot no good. Franklin Paul puts it against the glass and comes down with a rock. Gets it over to Michael Lewis. Lewis on the spin move is shut off by Gottlieb. Derricks. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it over to Andre Perry. Perry being pressured, puts it off the glass and gets it in despite good pressure from LeBradford Smith. $57-50 now. The Sea Dragons up by 7. 7 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. We got a foul. Number 32. That's Toshiro, Germany. That's his second of the night.
Well, they'll let you put your forearm, but they won't let you put your two hands. And he got caught with two hands on the defender.
Gottlieb over to Roberts. Now they give it back that time to LeBradford Smith, and Smith buries a 2. 9 on the night now for LeBradford Smith out of Louisville. 57-52. We've been going back and forth now between 9, 7, 5. And they're going to call a 3-second violation against Toshiro, Germany. He's talking to Shannon Bone. He says, wait a minute, sir, I was not in there for 3 seconds.
I think what's happening is, and I've seen it happen a lot of times before, Burton is their best player, and we're trying to post him. And
Toshiro comes in and gets the foul.
Well, we're trying to post him, and you know, he's battling back and forth. And
actually, it looks like they called it against Leon Derricks. They called it against Leon Derricks, number 41. That is his third.
And by Burton battling back, you know, we're not taking advantage of that mismatch. And we got to go away from it for a while and try to come back to it.
Timeout on the floor. The Sea Dragons ahead 57-52 over the Oklahoma Storm. We'll come back to the Taco Arena as you look at the brain trust from the Oklahoma Storm right after this.
If you're looking for a new car, you can drive on it today. Come see Miranda Kia and listen to our flash. Try Kia, Sophia, and oh Mamma Mia. When your friends get to see you, they'll all wish that they could be you. And depending on what your age, will put you in the sport age. Dependable, reliable, the styling's bonafide. Cruising through the town with the fast car.
Get a 2000 Kia Sportage convertible for $0 down and $224 a month.
Hit it, Henry! I'm Miranda! The fun begins here.
Morandi Kia, half-mile south of the Naples Airport.
Say, Lisa, how'd you get started in bartending?
Well, Bob, I went to National Bartender School where they taught me how to make all your favorite drinks and how to make all the big tips. Seriously, Bob, they helped me get this great job.
National Bartender School makes it easy. With job placement assistance, you'll be working as a bartender in just 2 weeks. Having fun, making good money, and meeting new people. Work your own hours, earn extra money, or start a full-time career. Call National Bartender School at 334-6300.
We view TV news, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what We View TV News is all about.
We View TV News, real local news. Weeknights at 6:30.
We're back. 57-52. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Oklahoma Storm. Keontae Roberts on the free throw line. He is 4 out of 5 so far tonight. Misses the first one.
Jinx him one more time, Joe.
Make that 4 out of 6.
Jinx him one more time.
We'll see what happens with this one. But Keontae has 22 points so far here tonight. He came in averaging just 10.8 points per game. Makes the next one. That's 23 now. So he is about 13 points above his average, 57-53. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Storm. That's Michael Lewis, the left-hander, the all-time assist leader at Indiana University.
They got an illegal switch.
Illegal switch against number 32. That's a technical foul against Chianti. So Michael Lewis will step to the free throw line. He's shooting 86%, the leading free throw shooter, and he drops it through. 9 points on the night now for Michael. He says, it's Michael, don't call me Mike. 58-53. Turn around, Joe. There you go.
The coach isn't complaining about the call. I think what's happened, the players got a little confused. So what happened, we were very active in our screen away. We didn't get happy with just getting block position, which I think we'll probably see a little bit more of.
Leon Derricks inside to Andre Perry. Perry backing in toward the hoop. Gets the finger roll. That's 10 on the night now for Andre Perry. And it's 60-53. Back up to a 7-point lead. Off now on the dish to LeBradford Smith. And Smith hits it. 11 on the night now for LeBradford out of Louisville.
Now, as we spoke before, we're getting some mismatches, but then again, it's causing us problems in the defensive end.
Michael Lewis stops, pops, can't get it to drop. Rebound off to LeBradford Smith. He gets it over to Gottlieb. Gottlieb on the drive behind the back, gets it inside to Burton. Burton trying to find a hole and can't get it, but there's a foul. Number 41 charged with the foul. That's Leon Derricks. That's his fourth personal. 5 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. 60-55 in favor of the Florida Sea Dragons. You can see the score in your lower right-hand corner. Willie Burton, a high draft pick of the Miami Heat several years ago. That one is up and in. So strangely enough, Willie Burton only has 7 points here so far tonight.
Well, as we spoke in the pregame, he's capable of putting up some numbers at any given time. You know, if you read the article in the news press the other day that David Dorsey did, Willie Burton put up 50 points just a number of years ago in the NBA.
Toshiro Germany can't hang on, is picked off by Keontae Roberts. Roberts has played every minute so far in this basketball game. Goes to Burton, it won't go, but the offensive rebound tapped up and in by David Harrison. 60-58. It's a 2-point basketball game. Rick Barry, and we've got a foul. They're going to call number 44, Doug Gottlieb. That's his second. Oh, Toshiro Germany comes down with it, and he is fouled. Putting his hand up right off the bat is Keontae Roberts, his second of the night. Gottlieb having a discussion with referee Frank Raposo. Stepping to the free throw line now is Toshiro Germany. So far tonight, 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe. Toshiro shot off the front of the rim. 7 points for Toshiro tonight, all in the second quarter. Out of Cal State Bakersfield. Averaging just 55% from the free throw line. Finally gets one to go. So give him 8 on the night. 61-58. Gottlieb, no go. Rebound comes down to Perry. No, and they're going to call number 35 on the push, Willie Burton, and he doesn't like it. That's his fourth. That's the fourth foul on Willie Burton.
That's going to make Oklahoma make a decision about what they're going to do with Willie Burton. We need to go to him again inside.
Get it inside of Toshiro?
Someone who Willie's guarding.
Michael Lewis. Still with a rock.
We got it right now.
There it goes into Toshiro. He tries to make the move. Perry can't hang on, and Willie Burton comes up with the steal. Gottlieb. Back outside to Harrison. Harrison hits for 2. 61-60. It's a one-point basketball game, Terry Thimler.
Well, we got the ball to Tashiro, but he doesn't like the ball in that block.
Michael Lewis gets it to roll.
Tashiro's much more comfortable on getting the ball so that he can turn to the middle with his left hand. He got the ball in the opposite block.
Gottlieb back over to Keontae Roberts for two. 25 on the night for Keontae. 63-62. Rick Barry telling Toshiro, you got to shoot the basketball.
What he was saying was, don't go double team. He's got an illegal. Don't go double team on Gottlieb. And Toshiro went and tried to help Michael Lewis. Leave Gottlieb alone. Let him score. If he scores, we're going to win the basketball game because he's not going to score that often. He had illegal defense.
So Michael Lewis will step to the free throw line. Lewis so far tonight, 3 out of 3. Make that 4 out of 4 for Michael Lewis from the charity stripe. That's 12 points on the night. 64-62. It'll be Florida Sea Dragon basketball. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Now he's on the block that he likes.
Lewis picked up by Burton, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Boy, they don't like it over here on the Sea Dragons bench. But it's the third foul as you look at Coach Rick Barry. Entering the game now will be he will sit down. Will number 41, Will Carlton. Joe Brennis talking with Rick Barry. 3 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. It comes back over to LeBradford Smith, and he buries the two.
That gives us our matchup problems. When they have Burton and LeBradford in the ball game at the same time, we got to take our big player and little Andre and Toshiro. One of them's going to have to take a small forward.
We're all tied, 64 apiece, and a violation again.
They gave an offensive foul to Michael Lewis.
That is Michael's fourth personal. Coming into the game now will be number 10, Wayne Copeland, replacing Michael Lewis. So Michael sits down with 4 personal fouls. It's 64-64, the Florida Sea Dragons and the Oklahoma Storm.
Michael's got the defender beat, and that's a tough call. That's a tough call.
2 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're tied at 64 here in the Tico Arena. The Florida Sea Dragons and the Oklahoma Storm. David Harrison puts it up for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Andre Perry.
Now we're back in the same situation now with Michael Lewis on the bench, and we have a player who's just joined this basketball team and played in the first half in Wayne Copeland, running the team right now, and we'll see how this team responds to this situation, which is one that you don't like to be in, but we're in it.
Copeland has to put it up to beat the shot clock, can't get it to go, and it comes down to David Harrison. Harrison throws it out of bounds. It's tipped, they say, by Copeland, and it'll be Oklahoma basketball. With a score, 64-64, with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter here at the Tico Arena. You look at some of the happy fans. Well, they'd be a lot happier if the Sea Dragons were ahead. We'll come back right after this.
Announcing a factory test market event that will revolutionize the way people buy cars. Factory Test Market Event. Now through Monday only at Fort Myers Toyota. Get the guaranteed lowest price and payment posted right on the windshield. 2,000 Echos in Tacoma, just $11,988 or $196 a month, and you own it. 2,000 Camrys, just $16,488 or $279 a month, and it's yours. Plus, get $1,000 more than Kelly Book fair value for your trade. Through Monday only at Fort Myers Toyota.
The temperature is rising. Your South Florida Ford dealers are turning up the heat during the Ford Summer Sell-Down event. Come in now and lease a Ford Expedition XLT for only $339 a month. That's just $339 a month with $26.89 cash due at signing and only $339 a month. Hurry in. Your Ford outfitter has the best lineup of SUVs on the planet. See your Southwest Florida Ford dealer during the Summer Sell-Down event and drive away an Expedition XLT for just $339 a month.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
We're back as you look at the Sea Dragons bench, their coaching staff. 64-64 the score. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this third quarter. The Oklahoma Storm with the basketball. Doug Gottlieb on the drive. Nobody picked him up. He put it up left-handed and made it go. That's 4 points on the night for Gottlieb. And once again, the Storm has retaken the lead, 66-64. It was 48-40 at halftime, Terry, in favor of the Sea Dragons. Right now, it's 66-64. Leon Derricks puts it up and ties the basketball game once again. That's his first point since the first quarter.
What's happened to us, Joe, is on the defensive end, we're letting them get into their offensive sets. We're letting them get the ball where they want to get it. We're not taking them out of what things they want to do. I mean,
off the glass goes Will Carlton.
It's just coming too easy for them. And by coming easy, they're not having to spend a lot of energy down on the offensive end. So the defensive end, they've stepped it up a little bit and got themselves back in the basketball game.
Sea Dragons down by 2 on the baseline is Copeland. He gets it inside to Toshiro. Toshiro is stuffed underneath there, and it goes off the bottom of the backboard. It'll be Oklahoma Storm basketball. 68-66, they lead. 1 minute, 4 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Gottlieb working against Copeland. Gets it over to Carlton. Now they go down inside to Keontae Roberts. He can't move against Germany, and they're going to call a foul. Number 10.
With 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Wayne Copeland picks up his first personal.
And that goes back to the situation of someone, rookie, shot clock down to 4 seconds. Understand the clock, understand how much time's on the clock, and that's something you have to learn.
Look at Rick Barry as Earl Ike comes into the basketball game, replacing Toshiro, Germany. 40 seconds to go. It comes back out that time, no go. But the offensive rebound is picked off by Oklahoma, but they can't get it. It's Copeland now with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. And number 4, Bradford Smith called with a personal foul. Referee Joe Brennis, that's his 4th.
Now, we have Burton with 4. We have LeBradford Smith with 4. If you look at the numbers they have, the last count I had, LeBradford Smith had about 13 points, and Burton only had 7, but he's the mainstay of this basketball team with experience offensively and defensively. Although he's only got 7 points, he brings the wealth of experience to this basketball team. Those two guys, we need to make sure that we attack.
Franklin Paul for 2.
19.3 on the game clock instead of 16.7, so they're going to reset that to 19.3.
I have 68-68. They gave the 2 points to the wrong team. It should be 68 all.
Tell them.
It's 68 all. They're going to change the scoreboard here in the Tico Arena. You can look at Wayne Copeland. Everybody in the ballpark is saying, hey, wait a minute, that score is not right. Now you hear the big cheer as they correct the score up there on that big fancy Tico scoreboard. All right, here we go. 19.3 seconds, as you said, Terry Thimler, remaining here in the third quarter.
Well, if we keep the ball out of Gottlieb's hand, he's going to penetrate. If he gets the ball, he's going to penetrate and make the pass. They're just probably going to isolate and take him out of the play and run their 2-man game.
Alonzo Richmond now on the baseline. Off the glass, and it goes, and we got a foul on number 10, Wayne Copeland. So Richmond has 6 on the night now, and his team goes up 70-68. He has a chance to make it 3. He's 2 out of 2 so far tonight from the free throw line. .2 seconds to go in this third quarter. No go. It comes over here to Copeland. Copeland's going to have to, no good. He can't get it up. So we've played 3 quarters here at the Tico Arena. The score, the Oklahoma Storm 70, the Florida Sea Dragons 68. We'll come back with fourth quarter action right after this.
BIG Technology Chips. Great buy. Good.
Big tech chips. Huh. At SunTrust, our advisors believe investing should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
Big tech chips. Buy now.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
Welcome to Computer Age, located at 11621 South Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers, where we've been serving Southwest Florida since 1985. Experience our courteous, skilled staff providing friendly service that separates us from all the competition. Computer Age, the premier sales and service center for the fastest and most efficient systems available, Macintosh and custom-built PCs. Any service you require, from basic Wintel PC help, Mac networking, database software, internet, e-commerce, or advice, visit Computer Age or call 274-3200.
The boating show is all about boating.
And fishing. I'm Denise Euler, the fishing female, and I'll be teaching the fundamentals of fishing to everyone, but mostly to women and children.
We do features on buying your next boat, where to find the best waterfront restaurants, how to maintain your boat,
and fishing for saltwater or freshwater fish. We'll bring on tournament champions to fish with Captain Roger or myself, and we'll show you the latest in fishing equipment.
So stay tuned for the boating
and fishing show at the time shown on the screen.
Boy, I tell you, reminds you of your youth, huh? Terry Thimler, as these youngsters out there pedaling that bicycle, trying to go like heck to win themselves a little prize here at one of the timeouts in between periods. And that's what's all the fun about coming to the Tico Arena and USBL basketball.
I don't know whether it was fun riding the trike or having a dragonette turn you around and send you in the right direction.
Well, whichever. Here we go. Underway in the fourth quarter. Wayne Copeland now, as Michael Lewis sits on the bench with 4 personals. Number 42. Number 32, they're going to call that time Keontae Roberts. That's be his 3rd foul. The Sea Dragons trailing by 2, 70-68. We're just underway here in the 4th and final quarter at the Tico Arena. Leon Derricks, Brian Green back in the basketball game. Derricks, and we've got a foul. Number 32 once again, so Keontae picks up his 4th.
They are really in foul trouble, and Keontae has, at the third quarter break, he has 25 points. They're really in foul trouble right now, and there's 12 minutes going to this basketball game, and there are 3 key players on the court.
Went right through the legs of Leon Derricks. He just couldn't quite hang on.
Well, 2 things. Number 1 is very difficult pass to catch. And then number 2 is lack of concentration to try to catch a difficult pass. So that's just a mental breakdown from 2 players on the basketball court.
Brian Green back in the ball game. Not many minutes for Brian Green so far this evening. 70-68, the Oklahoma Storm out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. That one is stolen by Derricks, and it's swiped right back by Alonzo Richmond. Richmond gets it inside to Keontae, and he's got 27. And what are they going to call?
Delay a game.
They're going to call delay game for hanging on the rim. That's a team technical. So here we go.
The second one is the shooting.
Wayne Copeland, his first appearance in a Sea Dragons uniform, as we've been telling you. Out of Lynn College over on the East Coast here in Florida. Went back to finish his degree. Now came out and decided to play in the USBL. Franklin Paul, no go. But it comes down to Leon Derricks. Derricks pumps it back out to Brian Green. Green drives, puts up a lazy one-hander, no good. Now Earl Ike can't hang on. He hits it back thanks to Keontae Roberts. It goes to Copeland for three, and he hits. 71-72. The Oklahoma Storm still up by 1 with 10 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the basketball game. What a good move by Gottlieb that time against Copeland. Pumps it back out over here to David Harrison. Drops it underneath now. Comes back over to the big guy, number 41, Will Carlton. And Carlton gets his 6th point of the night. 74-71. That shot no good by the Sea Dragons. Oklahoma. Gottlieb with the basketball, being guarded by Wayne Copeland. Back out to Harrison. He dumps it in now to Carlton. Back over to Gottlieb. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He puts one up and goes. Doug Gottlieb, give him 6 on the night. Averaging just 5.7. It's 76-71, and we've got a foul.
You know, Joe, even though we have got Oklahoma in a situation where they have 3 players with 4 fouls, we have not gotten into an offensive flow of the basketball game where we have consistently been able to come down and score points.
All right, now here's a way not to inbound the basketball. Okay, you got that. Watch this one. Whoops, there it goes. Oh, boy. 9:26 to go in the 4th quarter. Franklin Paul comes back out over here to Brian Green. Green shot no good. 76-71, a 5-point lead for the Oklahoma Storm. Gottlieb over to Richmond. Back out to Willie Burton, who's in the game. Burton shot no good. It comes down to Copeland. Wayne Copeland slows things down. He had a 2-on-2, but slowed it all down. Brian Green over in the corner to Franklin Paul. His shot for 3 is good. 10 points on the night now for Franklin Paul. 74-76. The Sea Dragons trail by 2. Gottlieb going up against Copeland. 10 seconds on the shot clock. What do we have? We'll look at Joe Brennis. The foul goes against number 3, Brian Green. That's his 2nd. Entering the game now is number 20, Adrian Peterson. 6'4" out of Oklahoma State.
Joe, if we don't get this thing where we get back ahead and make this team do what we want them to do, they're going to stay in this flow of this basketball game and hit shots just like that. And as this thing winds down to 7, 6, 5, down to 4 3-minute mark, it's going to be a ball game that's going to go down to the finish. We've got to get ahead of this basketball team because they're playing with a lot of confidence, not only on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end.
Dumps inside to Earl Ike. Ike can't get it to go, but he's fouled by Burton. That'll be 5.
I don't think they're going to give it on Burton.
Let's see who they're going to call it against.
They're not going to give it on Burton.
Well, we'll see.
They're going to give it on 20.
Number 20, you were right, against Adrian Peterson. That's his first. Earl Ike has not yet shot a free throw tonight.
But, you know, it goes back down to shooting free throws, and Earl's had problems this year from the foul line, percentage-wise.
38%.
You know, so what good does it do if you put it inside and you step up to the foul line and you don't convert? It's the same thing as a miss, a turnover.
Out of Montevallo College in Alabama. Missed the first one. That one up, and he gets one to go. First point of the night for Earl Ike. It's 78-75, a 3-point lead now for the Oklahoma Storm. 8 minutes to go in the basketball game. Gottlieb working against Copeland. Peterson. Gottlieb. Doug Gottlieb out of Oklahoma State trying to direct the offense. And a push is going to be called against Leon Derricks. That's number 5 on Leon.
You know, this does not look like the same basketball team in just last week it was.
Week, right?
That this Sea Dragon team was able to defeat by 22 points. Especially when they don't have 2 players here that played in that basketball game and contributed in that game.
9 seconds on the shot clock. 78-75, Oklahoma. The Storm up by 3. Peterson has it blocked by Franklin Paul. Goes over to Copeland. He gives it over to Paul. Paul stops, pops, puts it in. 12 points for Franklin Paul. It's a 1-point game. 78-77.
Coach Ray is saying, let's pick him up all over the
you
court.
can see him right there.
He understands the principle. We've got to get him out of what they're trying to do. We've got to get him out of their half-court sets. We've got to pick up the tempo of this basketball game.
Foul called against Wayne Copeland. That's his 3rd. You look at Brian Gates, the Oklahoma Storm coach. 13 on the shot clock. 7:10 to go in the game. 78-77. The Storm up ahead. Burton. And he's going to be fouled.
That one I'm not sure of. He traveled before he shot the basketball. Then he bailed him out of the shot.
That's it. Leon Derricks is gone.
If we can see a replay of this, you're going to see that he traveled before he shot the basketball. And then he just threw it up. And the official bailed him out for a bad choice.
Andre Perry coming into the game to replace Leon Derricks. Derricks has fouled out. Willie Burton on the free throw line. Burton is so far tonight is 4 out of 6. His team up by 1, 78-77. No go.
Okay, let's watch this replay. We're going to see that he travels with the basketball first. Right there is the travel, and then he gets bailed out of the play.
Looked like one of the Michael Jordan moves. Michael Jordan took about 65 steps, and nobody ever blew the whistle.
1 for every million that he made.
Yeah, you got that right. Burton's shot bounces around, can't go, and it comes down to Andre Perry. Over to Brian Green. The crowd now getting into this basketball game with 6:55 to go, and the home team trailing by 1, 78-77. Brian Green dishes it off to Perry. Perry gets his own rebound, tries to go back up with it, and that one is stolen away. Clifford Ray doesn't like it.
Well, what he's asking for is let's get the same call at both ends. Down here, we bail him out. You know, we're down here, we're attacking a basket in the same situation. Let's give us the same call. That's what Coach Barry and Coach Clifford Ray are saying. You know, the call's going down here. Let's get the same call at this end.
Willie Burton, no go. Comes down to Earl Ike.
I say attack the basket again. Make the official make the call.
Wayne Copeland with 6:20 to go in the game. 78-77, Oklahoma up by 1. Andre Perry just outside the free throw line, dumps it into Earl Ike, and Ike can't get it, but he's fouled inside by number 41, Will Carlton. That's Carlton's 3rd personal, and we have a timeout on the floor. It's the Oklahoma Storm 78, the Florida Sea Dragons 77, 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the basketball game. We'll come back to Chico Arena right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
I'm board certified in both civil trial and business law. Call us to handle your business litigation matters.
Sometimes the worst part of being injured through negligence is feeling alone. Call us to become part of a team who is on your side.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Out here, every other truck is second best. My Toyota.
Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year.
My Toyota.
Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150, and now Tundras are priced to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck.
My Toyota.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler back as you look at Clifford Ray talking to Earl Ike. The Florida Sea Dragons trailing the Oklahoma Storm by 1, 78-77. Earl Ike on the free throw line. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the basketball game. That's Shannon Bone, one of your officials here tonight.
Free throws, shot 91%, I think it was there in the first half. Probably down to 75% now in the second half. Let's see what we can do with the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds as far as our free throw percentage.
Earl Ike is now 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. It's all tied. He's trying to put his team up.
Andre got a violation.
Andre, that's the second time.
Second time.
Last night he did the same thing. So the free throw is no good. Actually, it's just wiped out. It would have put the Sea Dragons up, but we're all tied, 78-78. Gottlieb working against Wayne Copeland. 6 minutes to go in the game. 78 all. Willie Burton on the drive. His shot rolls around, no good. But he gets his rebound, puts it up, and he's fouled. Going to call Andre Perry, I do believe. Number 37. That's Andre Perry. That's his second foul of the night. Willie Burton going to the free throw line. Burton 4 out of 8. He's shooting just 50% from the free throw line, if you can believe that.
That one's hard to believe.
He came in shooting 65%.
And he just about shot an air ball.
Put up an air ball. Oh, the fans are into it now. That one off the back of the rim. And all of a sudden, Keontae Roberts gets it, but he's going to be fouled. They're going to call it against Earl Ike. His first of the night. And Keontae Roberts, who had 27 points through 3 quarters, has yet to score in this 4th quarter as he goes to the free throw line. So far tonight, he's 5 out of 7. There you see Coach Brian Gates talking to Shannon Bone. Wipe up a little perspiration off the floor. Roberts makes it go.
Well, we're going to see here, right here. We go get it initially, but then the second one, we don't get anyone coming to the basketball, and we pick up the foul. And I tell you, that's a tough foul because the official was completely blocked out of the play.
Roberts gets them both.
The official was blocked out of the play. He called it through the body, and that's very tough to see through the body. Superman's the only one who can do that.
80-78, Oklahoma up by 2. Earl Ike down inside. Pressure by Roberts. Ike throws it away, picked off by LeBranford Smith. He's going to drive against Franklin Paul. And it's finally in the hands of Earl Ike. Gets it over to Brian Green. Green with nobody underneath, puts it up. It won't go. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. 80-78. The Oklahoma Storm. It's stolen away now.
Now let's attack the basket. Let's attack the basket.
Andre Perry.
Let's don't set up for jump shot.
Again, it's stolen away. This time by Adrian Peterson. Rick Barry is not happy.
We're still not out of this thing yet. We still got the basketball.
Brian Green.
Now attack the basket.
Give me one. Give me
attack
another.
the basket.
Brian Green
there.
Up and in.
Attack the basket.
It's 80 all.
Don't settle for jump shots at this time of the game. Take the ball to the basket, make them make the defensive play, or get the foul.
4 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the game. We're tied. 9 on the shot clock. Goes back over to Gottlieb. His shot no good. Don't argue, Franklin. Go get the basketball. It comes down in the hands of Adrian Peterson. Over to Gottlieb. Fans starting to get in the game, as you can see. Keontae Roberts, and you can hear. Comes back over to Peterson. His shot, no good.
They got Willie Burton.
And Willie Burton is called on the foul. That's his 5th personal tonight. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the game. 80-80. Stepping to the free throw line will be Andre Perry.
And that foul was on Burton. Now we have to make a decision as a coaching staff. This group of guys at this point, you've got Michael Lewis sitting over the bench. You've got a rookie point guard who's only played in 1 game in the USBL. You know, what are you going to do here if we get the basketball back and we're ahead? You know, I think Wayne's doing a fine job. Don't take anything away from him, but I think you've got to play the percentages.
Perry makes the first one. That's 11 on the night for Andre.
Don't
talk about the brain trust. There they are.
Don't try to ride the horse all the way to the end of the race if you can have a relay. It doesn't happen in horse races.
Gets tired.
That's right. It doesn't happen in horse races. But I mean, if you can put someone else in there, you know, you've got to think about doing that.
He missed the second one. And Burton just clobbered Franklin Perry.
Franklin
Paul, and no foul call. That one is up by Adrian Peterson. And so Oklahoma leads by 1, 82-81, and Barry and Clifford Ray are furious. Brian Green.
Getting lax with the basketball. Just lax with the basketball.
Keontae Roberts. And his shot goes. 31. Foul is called against Franklin Paul. Rick Barry wants a timeout. Timeout called by Florida. Oklahoma 84, the Florida Sea Dragons 81. We'll come back right after this.
Out here, every other truck is second best.
My Toyota. Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year.
My Toyota.
Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150. And now Tundra is our price to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck.
It wasn't easy for Lakeisha Rivers to get where she is today. She worked hard and excelled in school, yet her chances of going to college were uncertain. Fortunately, Lakeisha was awarded a Bright Future Scholarship funded by the Florida Lottery, and her dream of graduating from Florida International University became a reality. With the help of Bright Future Scholarships, many young people like Lakeisha, who have so much to give, will shine even brighter.
Tired of high car prices?
Want an affordable quality car?
You can buy a 2000 Kia Sophia starting at only $89.90 at Morandi Kia.
The new Sophia comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and gets 32 miles to the gallon.
You don't need a gold card to get credit at Morandi Kia.
And be sure to check out the new Kia Spectra.
It's sporty and fun to drive.
You just can't beat the deals at Morandi Kia. At Morandi, the fun begins here.
Half mile south of Naples Airport on Airport Road.
We're back as you look at some of the Sea Dragonettes. Their team down by 3 to the Oklahoma Storm, 84-81. You look into the Sea Dragons huddle. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the game.
Well, one thing that we can't do, Joe, is when we get the basketball back, just become a team that puts the ball into one person's hand and try to see if we're going to make the play, because that's going to be very difficult to do. We're going to come back with 2 guards. We're going to come back with Michael Lewis and Wayne in the basketball game.
And Franklin Paul as well.
And Franklin Paul. So we're going to quit trying to go to that advantage of using our size and go with 2-guard lineup, maybe give us a little bit better ball handling.
Keontae Roberts, 7 out of 9. From the free throw line tonight. He's got 31. Can't get it to roll, and Andre Perry comes down with a rebound. He said, I'll just take it up myself. Back over to Wayne Copeland. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Copeland to Michael Lewis. Copeland playing the point. Lewis playing the shooting guard. He hits one from downtown. That's no go, and it goes out of bounds off the Oklahoma Storm.
1 second on the shot clock.
There's only 1 second left. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're going to get Brian Gates if he doesn't get back.
Oh, we got it.
They go in, they put it up. Lewis
got it.
Gets the shot to go.
Now we got to pick them up, get them out of what they're trying to do, make them use up time here, getting the ball across. They may not get across. They may not. 10 second violation. The clock's at 12. The clock's at 11. That's a 10 second. That's a 10-second violation.
They didn't call it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They dump it down inside, and they're going to call a foul.
That is a 10-second violation.
The foul goes against number 24, Michael Lewis. That's his 5th personal. They're chatting. 84-83. A full timeout being taken by Oklahoma with the Storm up by 1 with 2:49 to go. We'll come back to the Tico Arena. USBL basketball action right after this.
So, any names yet?
Well, Tom's mother's name is...
Pancakes? They're huge. They make me want to dribble.
You can shoot, too. Oh, yeah, he's got this move he calls a...
Cinnamon Swirl Slam. Oh, what are those?
Those are skillets for breakfast. Sausage supreme, sunrise nachos.
Great. I could also use
New perfume. Mm-hmm. This smells like...
Bacon, fresh ground coffee, and you have sweet lovin'. That was their big hit, man.
That was it. I love that,
I forgot all about that. I haven't heard that in years.
That's it.
You can have it all. Just rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
Smack your candy down Thursday night at 8 for WWF SmackDown on WeView TV.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
84-83. The Oklahoma Storm out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons here at the Tico Arena. 2 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the basketball game as you look at Coach Rick Barry trying to position his ball club.
Well,
but Oklahoma will go to the free throw line.
See a couple players on the injured list.
Cephas Bunton over there. Going to have ACL surgery.
What basically happened there, it was kind of confusing at the timeout. They called a mandatory, but the mandatory was not needed. We were at commercial break because we were told it was a mandatory. They realized they made a mistake. They tried to come back and play the basketball game, but they couldn't play the game because we were at commercial break.
Adrian Peterson gets the first one to go. That's his 5th point of the night. 85-83. His second one up and in as well. So it is now 86-83. It's a 3-point lead for Oklahoma. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the basketball game. Michael Lewis being pressured by Gottlieb. Lewis getting the pick. Deals it off. We go to Franklin Paul. His shot no good. And Earl Ike comes down, puts it away. Now Andre Perry with it. Perry gets it back out to Michael Lewis. A new shot clock. And it goes out of bounds off Michael Lewis. It'll be Oklahoma basketball. The Storm trying to protect a 3-point lead. Gottlieb, Copeland all over him. Gets it over to LeBradford Smith, and they're going to call an offensive foul against LeBradford Smith. That's his 5th of the night. So it's a break.
Well, now it's going to come down to execution. Last time we didn't have great execution. We got a couple opportunities, but we didn't have great execution. Now it's going to come down to execution.
2:08 to go in the basketball game. 86-83. You can see the score. The Oklahoma Storm up ahead. Copeland trying to get it inside to Ike. Making a cut is Michael Lewis to the hoop, and it goes. 16 for Michael Lewis.
Now, what's happening now is Copeland's enabling himself. He's a very good defender, and he's making Gottlieb use a lot of the clock. It's down to 16 seconds now, using a lot of energy, and that's really helped us.
1:40 to go in the game. 86-85. Shot no good, and what do we got?
Got a foul on
Michael. Who's it going to be?
It's on Oklahoma.
It's going to be called on number 20. That's Adrian Peterson. That's his 2nd.
Now, so let's make sure we step up to the foul line and knock down the free throws.
86-85, and going to the free throw line
it's going to be
Michael Lewis. Lewis, so far tonight, is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. The lefty out of Indiana University puts it up and in. 17 points. Michael Lewis, the leading scorer here tonight. So far for the Florida Sea Dragons, we're tied 86-86 with 1:37 to go.
We could never get that lead to get ahead of them. As we said before, now it's come down to the last minute and a half of the basketball game.
They're trying to get me in trouble in the truck. It's 1:30, 87-86. Gottlieb being guarded by Michael Lewis. The shot is up and in by Adrian Peterson. 88-87. The Storm up by 1. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the game. Copeland gets it back to Franklin Paul. Paul's shot no go, but he's going to be fouled by number 4, LeBradford Smith, and that is 6 on Smith. He'll be gone. You take a look at LeBradford Smith out of Louisville, 6'4". Take a look here, Terry.
Well, Franklin does a good job attacking the basket. There's the foul.
He kind of just went underneath
his 6. Now that's one of them out of the basketball game. Burton's still in the basketball game, and I think Burton's sitting there with 5 fouls. We still got a minute left in this basketball game.
Franklin Paul steps to the free throw line for the first time tonight. His team trails by 1, 88-87. His first one is good. 13 points for Franklin Paul. We're all tied, 88-88. Franklin Paul, 6'3", out of McNeese State. Next one is no go.
We got it, though.
And the rebound is
close.
Copeland went for it, knocked it out of bounds, and so it'll be Oklahoma basketball. We're tied 88 all with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Full court pressure now being applied by the guards. Copeland and Lewis. Gottlieb.
Well, they're going to go to Burton.
Gottlieb with the basketball.
Well, they're going to go to Peterson.
It's 88 all. Gottlieb dumps it inside to Keontae Roberts. Roberts with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Doesn't get it off.
They didn't get it off. No go. A shot clock violation. Excellent defense by the Florida Sea Dragons, and Rick Barry says, I want a timeout. There's 41.7 seconds to go in the game. We're all tied 88-88.
What happened with that possession is they tried to go to Peterson coming off the same exact play before, but what the coaching staff did is they made a switch one time down the court, and they put Copeland on Peterson, and Michael Lewis took Gottlieb. I think we did that feeling that Copeland may have been a better defensive player. Got caught in the pick inside, and Peterson scored. Went back and switched it back the way it was because Copeland is a little bit better putting pressure 94 feet on the court on Gottlieb, whereas Michael Lewis is not. Went back. Michael was able to get through the screen, they had to jump it inside, shot clock violation. Now, let's go to what's going to happen right now. We have the basketball. We can make a decision on what we're going to do with that basketball as you look at some of the Dragonettes, which right now I hope the players are not looking at as we are at home and here on our monitor. We're going to have to decide what we're going to do with the basketball. We're probably going to come out and probably going to have to go to someone that's an offensive threat. Let's look who's in the basketball game right now, offensive threat. You've got Franklin Paul in the basketball game. You've got Andre Perry as an offensive threat on the block, okay? You've got Michael Lewis in the basketball game who can score. And you've also got tonight, Copeland tonight has done a very good job scoring the basketball at given times. He hit a big three a little bit ago in this fourth quarter. You know, he's capable of scoring, but he's also a rookie. I don't think we're going to put him in that situation. We're probably going to dive someone to the block, possibly Earl Ike, see if we can get in the foul line. The problem, though, again, Joe, is Earl Ike, not a great free throw shooter, neither is Andre Perry. So those two basketball players can be a liability for us right now if they go to the foul line.
Ike so far tonight is 2 out of 3, and Perry is 1 out of 2.
Well,
the free throw line.
About at their shooting percentage. So, you know, it's an 88-88 basketball game. Now, we're going to take the ball up here at half court, a choice that you have in professional basketball. Now, we can go for a 2-for-1. In other words, that shot clock's at 42 seconds. We get a quick shot off, okay? We're going to get the ball back because there's going to be more than 24 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see what we're going to do.
Copeland with the basketball. Gets it over to Michael Lewis. Lewis trying to dump it inside to Earl Ike, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Earl Ike, and Rick Barry doesn't like it at all. He says, my goodness, what is this?
Well, you know, this is professional basketball.
You take a look at Rick Barry.
They're not letting you play down the block. And
Andre Perry going in for Brian Green. Play on the defensive end.
Well, we're still going to get the ball back. They're going to have to still take a shot, but we wanted to get a shot off, and we didn't get that shot. We cannot put them to the foul line. They're going to be shooting a free throw if we put them to the foul line.
Copeland against Gottlieb. 25 seconds left in the game. Keontae Roberts. They get it down in the corner now. And on the drive is Burton. He can't get it to go. Earl Ike with the rebound. 11 seconds left in the game. Michael Lewis. And Lewis has it stolen away by Keontae Roberts. Roberts with 5 seconds. The ball is up, no good. And what are they going to call? They call it a good block. Overtime. We go to overtime. 88-88. We're all tied at the end of regulation. Boy, I tell you, if you don't think you get your money's worth when you come to a USBL game here in the Tico Arena, the Florida Sea Dragons and whomever.
Well, you know, when Michael got the basketball, it was about 12 seconds left. He did a good job. He looked over at the bench. The bench didn't call a timeout. We had a little bit of advantage. Michael was going to attack the basket, lost the basketball, you know, thought maybe he was fouled. I don't know whether he was or whether he was not. That's not the point. The point was we gave them the basketball back, and that's not what you want to do when you've got the ball with 12 seconds to go. You want to take the final shot and take that last shot. And then, Joe, they come down the court. They had a break. They had an advantage. We were just very, very fortunate there. We came up with two pretty good defensive plays off of the misses, and we take this thing into overtime. Now, maybe that foul factor will come into play now. They've already lost one player. Okay, they got Burton with 5. They've also have, there's another player, Roberts with 4. All right, they're going to play 5 minutes with one player with 5 and one player with 4. So we're going to take a look at the last sequence. Here's Michael Lewis. Michael thought he was fouled, he was dragged. Maybe not, maybe so. But here you're going to see the advantage. It's almost a 4-on-1 right now. Franklin Paul hustles back in. Here's the shot I thought was going to win the game.
It just slipped right out of his hand.
Big block by Earl. Again, you think the game's over yet, but the game's not over again, and Earl gets to contest the shot one more time. Now the game goes into overtime.
5 minutes of overtime. 88-88. So here we go. They only got 18 points in that quarter. Did Oklahoma. And 20 for the Sea Dragons. So here we go.
You know, this is the third overtime game in a row for Oklahoma. They went up and played Gulf Coast back-to-back games, lost the first one in overtime, won the second one in overtime. This is the third game in a row for them in overtime.
Doug Gottlieb with the basketball. We're all tied, 88. We're in overtime here at the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler bringing you exciting USBL basketball action on WeView Sports. On the drive, that time is Burton, and they're going to call a foul. Number 10, Wayne Copeland, picks up his fourth. So Willie Burton goes to the line. Willie Burton only 7 points here so far tonight.
And
4
shot
out of 10.
a couple
free
of free
throw
throws that were air balls.
4 out of 10 in the free throw line. He gets that one to go. 89-88.
You know, I have not seen Andre Reed lose a violation. No basket.
No
violation.
basket. They were inside too early.
I started to say I've not seen Andre Reed lose a jump ball yet this year. Maybe we should have started with him to get the possession, because when you get in overtime, especially with the shot clock, each possession is very, 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 very crucial.
Copeland dumps it down inside to Earl Ike. Comes back out to Copeland. Ike is down deep. Can't get it to go, though. Off the glass. He had position, but couldn't get it to roll. Gottlieb now for the Oklahoma Storm. That one is knocked out of bounds by Earl Ike. It'll be Oklahoma basketball once again. They lead 89-88, 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go in overtime here in the Tico Arena. It comes back out to Keontae Roberts. Andre Reed getting ready to come back in the basketball game for the Florida Sea Dragons. Gottlieb.
They're going to get a shot clock violation here.
4 seconds left. They pump one up. No good. And Andre Perry rips the ball off the glass. Comes over to Copeland. Wayne Copeland out of Lynn University over on the East Coast. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Ike. Earl Ike puts one up. No good. Rebound comes down to Adrian Peterson. Perry looking for the foul, just didn't get it. Gottlieb tosses it way back out over here to Harrison, and what do we got?
32. We got a foul.
That's number 32, Keontae Roberts. That's his 5th.
That's an illegal pick.
That's his 5th foul. And entering the game now comes Andre Reed, replacing the big guy, Earl Ike.
Wow, they're going to run out of players here. If we can stretch this thing out another couple minutes and get them, they got 5 and 5 and another with 4, and we stretch this thing out. We can.
The Florida Sea Dragons down by 1. They dribble it inside to Andre Perry. Nice move by Copeland
and you can
to Andre Reed.
See what the coaching staff is doing. They're running that pick and roll, making them switch. If they switch it, we're going to have the advantage with the big man. If they don't switch it, then we're going to get the advantage because their defender is the one that's in foul trouble.
Andre Reed on the slamma-jamma.
Shot clock getting close
90
again.
90 to 89. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Up and in for 3 goes David Harrison.
Franklin Paul cannot come over and help on that. Don't come over and help. Don't bail him out.
92 to 90 in favor of Oklahoma. Copeland on the drive, and he's fouled.
That's it.
Number 32, that's Keontae Roberts. That's his 6th. He's done. He's done. Keontae Roberts. 6'6" out of Oklahoma State, who scored 31 points.
He's still
tonight.
making a technical foul. He's still making a technical foul.
Entering the game is Will Carton, but Keontae is not leaving. Now he's going to go. Now he leads.
It's not over with yet.
Stepping to the free throw line is Wayne Copeland. Copeland has not shot a free throw tonight, misses the first one. 92-90, Oklahoma out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We're in overtime, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. That one is good. (92-91). 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. You can see it in the lower left-hand corner. Gottlieb with the basketball. Pumps it back out to Peterson. Peterson on the drive, puts it up and in. 10 on the night now for Adrian Peterson. It's 94-91, a three-point lead for the Oklahoma Storm. Andre Reed, and he's fouled. They're going to call it against Will Carlton. That's his fourth. So Andre Reed will go to the free throw line. He is 2 for 2. He's not going to go to the free. Yes, no, he's not. No, they're going to just get it out of bounds over here.
I tell you, this is a crucial possession with 2 minutes left in this basketball game.
Andre Perry working against Willie Burton. Perry goes up, goes backwards and lays it in. We've got referee Shannon Bone.
We're going to tell him to set the clock to 2 minutes.
Trying to reset it back up to 2 minutes.
When it hits 2 minutes, the clock automatically stops after every basket. So when they hit 2, it needed to stop. And that was the correction they made.
94-93. Oklahoma by 1. Copeland pressing Gottlieb. 1:50 to go in the game. We're in overtime. 94-93, Oklahoma. Look at Gottlieb. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and he banks it off the glass.
Big basket.
96-93, Michael Lewis. Back out to Copeland. Copeland for 3, no go. Comes down to Adrian Peterson. Over to Gottlieb. And he went back and forth. He carried the ball on one side of the 10-second line and then brought it back over. Referee Shannon Bone explaining to Coach Brian Gates what the call was all about.
One thing that always bothers you about a coach and being a fellow coach is sometimes they'll explain the call to one coach and sometimes they won't explain the call to the other. You know, they either got to do it one way or the other. It's nothing to do with the basketball game, but that's something that does bother you. Oh, Andre!
Inside.
He comes up with the ball.
Reed finally comes back with it. 10 seconds into Copeland. Copeland back out to Perry. Perry off the glass, no good.
Andre Reed.
And we've got a foul.
Andre Reed.
It's going to go against number 52, Big Dre. That's his third. 96-93. On the free throw line is Willie Burton.
No, they're not in the bonus yet.
They're going to give him the ball out of bounds. As you look at Rick Barry. So there'll be no free throw. 96-93 with 1 minute to go in the game. Oklahoma is ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We're in overtime here at the Tico Arena. Gottlieb over to Peterson. Peterson shot no good. Comes down to Reed. Gets it over to Copeland. He's got to hurry.
Well, we got to go inside and we got to attack the basket.
Andre Perry now against Burton. He's got to go up. No go. Andre Reed with the rebound. It's in.
We're going to get the ball back. It's 24 seconds on the shot clock. 30 seconds on the game clock.
25 seconds to go. Timeout called by Oklahoma. They've got 16 seconds on the shot clock, 24 seconds on the game clock. So the Sea Dragons will get the ball back. They trail by 1, 96-95.
Well, I think we've got one of our better defensive lineups out on the court. The first thing we have to think about doing is playing defense and getting the ball back. If we give up the opportunity for them to make a transition as far as the score goes, I shouldn't say a transition, as far as the score goes, then we put ourselves in a little bit of a hole because we'll be 3 points down with 10, 15 seconds left in the ball game, depends upon how far they take it down. So the big thing right now, Joe, is we got to come up with a defensive stop. We got to come up with a contested shot. Then we got to come up with a rebound if Oklahoma misses the shot. We've got to not let them get into the offensive set they want to run. We've got to get pressure on the basketball and get them out of the offensive set they want to run. Then you go to the next step. The next step is we've got the ball now. Now we're going to figure out what we're going to do. We can't be thinking about anything ahead right now. In that timeout right now, they're talking about what do we need to do to get a stop, not what's going to happen when we do get the stop. Because when we do get the stop, then we're going to call timeout unless there's very little time left on the clock. And with a 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot clock is at 16, and there's 24 seconds left in the basketball game. You know, we're going to have 8 seconds with it, so we're going to be able to probably call timeout.
So here we go. 24 seconds to go in the game. 16 seconds on the shot clock. The Oklahoma Storm out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons, 96-95. Andre Perry, Franklin Paul, Michael Lewis, Wayne Copeland, and Andre Reed on the floor for the Sea Dragons. Peterson gets it inbounds to Gottlieb. Copeland all over Gottlieb. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Doug Gottlieb. They dump it inside. It goes to Carlton. His shot is no good. Franklin Paul with the basketball. He calls timeout with 8.5 seconds to go in this contest in overtime.
I think we got what we wanted.
So it's a 1-point game, 96-95, 8.5 seconds remaining, and the Florida Sea Dragons have the ball. Coming into the game is Arthur Davis, his first appearance so far tonight.
Well, we're going to try to put a little offense in the basketball game from what it looks like, and you know, Arthur may give us that offense. You know, Brian Green or Arthur can give us the offense. You know, we've got to come up with probably the play of the game. You know, we're going to have to come up with a play of the game, and I think.
As you look at Torch up here,
I think if we try to go inside, we may get stagnated. I think we've got to get it coming off a pick or kick it inside and get it back out as quickly as we can, Joe.
Now, where do they get the ball, Terry?
They get a choice where they get the basketball. Now, if you catch the basketball and dribble it, then you don't get to advance it. But when you caught the ball at the rebound
that's what Franklin
and
Paul did.
not dribble it, call timeout without dribbling it or without making the pass,
right,
then you can advance it. Okay? So we'll get a choice to get in the basketball. We're going to take it at half court. That's the coach's choice which side of the half court line he wants to take it on.
They've reset the clock. 9.4 seconds to go in the game. You see the score. The Oklahoma Storm 96, the Florida Sea Dragons 95. 9.4 seconds to go in the game. It'll be Sea Dragon basketball. You look at one of the young fans over there. He says one of these days I'd love to be able to play here in the Tico Arena. And you never not know. Oklahoma setting up deep down under the hoop, so you know they're going to get it basically at half court.
Well, Brian Green is in the basketball game. We've got 5 offensive players in the basketball game.
They brought Arthur Davis in.
And Brian Green.
Brian Green. Along with Franklin Paul, Michael Lewis, and Wayne Copeland.
Yeah.
Rick Barry is talking with Shannon Bone. So here we go.
Wow, I've never seen that one before.
9.4 seconds remaining in overtime. 96-95, Oklahoma out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. Here we go. Copeland gets it over to Brian Green. And we've got a foul.
Well, they're going to waste the foul. They're not in a bonus situation. So they wasted the foul.
David Harrison called for the foul. That's his first.
We're going to take a timeout.
Another timeout.
Timeout.
This time called by Oklahoma. So the Storm takes a timeout. 7.9 seconds. Full timeout taken by the Oklahoma Storm.
What they did, they had a foul to waste. Okay. Probably would have wanted to wait a little bit longer on the clock to waste the foul, but I think Brian Green was in a position that he might have gone on to score the basket. So they used the foul maybe a little bit earlier. Now we have 7.9 seconds left. The basketball now is at a set position, and the basketball now will not be advanced. We have 5 offensive players.
We've got 5 shooters out
in the basketball game. Now there's an advantage and disadvantage to that, Joe. Is if we shoot the basketball, we're probably not going to get a second shot.
Can't get a rebound.
We're probably not going to get a rebound. So we've got to really make sure that the shot we take is a very good shot. And then with the 4 guys we have on the court, everyone has got to go crash it, because if we make it, okay, the clock's going to stop anyway, and they're going to call timeout. So it doesn't really matter. You're not going to get burned on the long shot, on the long pass out.
The long one. You know, one of the nice things that we've noticed, not many folks left the Tico Arena here tonight.
Not too many reasons to leave tonight. Last night there were some reasons.
Yeah,
tonight there's not a lot of reasons to leave.
96-95, the Oklahoma Storm out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. 7.9 seconds to go in overtime, the first overtime. And it will be Sea Dragon basketball. Some of the folks sitting in those Jack Nicholson seats. So here we go.
We've got Andre Reed back in the basketball game. Andre Reed came in for Arthur. So, you know, that gives us a little bit of presence inside and also be able to go get a rebound.
Copeland with the basketball, gets it into Reed. Andre Reed with 5 seconds.
He found
over here to
Brian.
Brian Green. Green's shot is up. No go. It goes up over the top. We got 0.3 seconds remaining.
It's not over.
And the Oklahoma coach, Brian Gates, says, I want a timeout.
Now, the problem with it is, with 0.3 seconds left, there's not much you can do, because you have to be able to catch the basketball and shoot it. And if it's under that 0.5,
but of course it's Oklahoma's basketball.
And it's their basketball.
It's the Storm's basketball.
Well, I think we did everything we needed to do there. We didn't want to inbound the pass to Andre. We used Andre to set a screen for Michael Lewis. Michael was covered. We went to Andre. Andre was a little bit out of his comfort zone, but he didn't hurry it. He didn't put it on the floor. He made the pass. You know, we got the look at the basket.
He had the look.
We had the look.
It just didn't go. So we have 0.3 of a second remaining. Oklahoma up by 1, 96-95 in overtime.
Well,
take a look.
We'll take a look at it. You know, Andre, he's patient with the basketball. You know, Mike Lewis does a good job cutting through. Tough pass, but, you know, you can't get a better look than that.
They just didn't want to go. That's all there was to it. And then it goes up over the top of the backboard, so there's no opportunity for a rebound. And I tell you what, Brian Green looked as fuzzy as that picture right there. He was disappointed it didn't go.
Now, the tough thing now is this basketball team, speaking of the Sea Dragons, are going to go on the road tomorrow and play a 3-game road trip back to back to back, coming off 2 losses at home.
That's going to be difficult. So they'll go to 11-10 on the year. And they will be back here in the Tico Arena next Thursday evening. You take a look at Joe Brannis, getting everybody all set. Here we go. It goes inside, and Willie Burton, and it's no hoop. They're going to give it to him?
No.
No. No hoop, but that's it. 96-95. The Florida Sea Dragons lose tonight to the Oklahoma Storm. We'll come back right here to the Tico Arena right after this.
Out here, every other truck is second best.
Tundra, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the Year. Tundra is faster than Chevy Silverado, carries more payload than Ford F-150, and now Tundra is a price to sell. Don't be afraid to buy a better truck.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
If you've been injured at work, call us to make sure you receive the benefits you deserve. The consultation is free.
Sometimes, persons who are injured due to negligence suffer with no apparent recourse. We can change that.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Smack your candy down Thursday night at 8 for WWF SmackDown on WeView TV. Weather is on the web at WeView.com. Simply log on to www.weview.com and get your personal weather forecast by AccuWeather. You'll find local weather, forecasts, and satellite images now at your fingertips 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't get caught unprepared. Get specialized forecasts so you'll know before you go. Check out your exclusive AccuWeather forecast today at WeView.com.
Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler here, and Terry, coming up next week on Thursday, it'll be the Brooklyn Kings, our first look at Brooklyn as they come into the Tico Arena to take on the Florida Sea Dragons, and we'll have that for you. Game time is 7:30. It'll be tape delayed. The good folks, the game time is 7:30, and the good folks can see it on tape delay at 10 o'clock on Thursday evening. So once again, the final score here tonight in overtime. The Oklahoma Storm 96 and the Florida Sea Dragons 95. For Terry Thimler, this is Joe Klimas saying good night. We'll see you all next Thursday here in the Tico Arena on WEBU Sports.
Welcome to Computer Age, located at 11621 South Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers, where we've been serving Southwest Florida since 1985. Experience our courteous, skilled staff providing friendly service that separates us from all the competition. Computer Age, the premier sales and service center for the fastest and most efficient systems available, Macintosh and custom-built PCs. Any service you require, from basic Wintel PC help, Mac networking, database software, internet, e-commerce, or advice, visit Computer Age or call 274-3200.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
You're watching UPN TV 10, WeView TV, serving all of Southwest Florida, including Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.